Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Sailesh. We are joined with students as well. So, how was your paper? Or maybe you are having a paper in the next sessions. That is, I mean, next sessions only 28th is left, or and the today's evening session. So, as far as what informations we are getting, it was expected also that today the paper was quite doable as per the previous session questions that were asked. Yes. Deb Burman, hello beta. So today's paper, as I mean, the questions that I'm getting for chemistry, they are quite doable. One question, I guess, it must be getting type of solutions. On day first, they asked about depression in freezing point. The second day, they asked about elevation in boiling point. Yesterday, they asked about RLVP and the basic questions of ideal solution. The for ideal solution, total pressure is equal to partial P naught A x A plus P naught B x B, just the binary solution formula. And today, they have touched upon, I guess, in on 21st of January, paper 2, they asked osmotic pressure then also. Yes, I have got a question. Yes, I have got one question. Yes, so let us start. Sailesh is asking, sir, 28th will be tough. Beta, yes, because remember, they are giving 4 days holidays also. So because everybody will analyze whatever NTA is giving. So yes, 28th, I feel it should be uh, obviously the concepts where they are asking the weightage may fluctuate, like 21st January was having practically no organic. Then yesterday organic was like filled with organic chemistry, and that too very doable questions. Never leave amines. So you can expect, because as far as what I feel, they have asked chemical bonding to a lesser extent. 21st, yesterday chemical bonding was also good. So it will be a mixed packet beta, but yes, you should expect it should be good paper, because we'll be having 4 days 25, 26, 27, 3 days holidays. So yes, every year at least one session beta. Even if Selesh, even if it is tough, still, even if it is tough, still normalization will take place. So you do not because if it is difficult for you, then it is difficult for every possible student. So percentage cutoff, the marks that everybody in that section, in that particular session, will be getting will be less. So actually you will be getting help of normalization then. So relax. What is in our hand is our job, that we should perform with whatever concepts we have to the best of the efficiency that we should do, right? Okay, so let us attempt this question. I guess it is again a binary solution. There are two solutes, A and B. Mass of A is 0.3 gram, mass of B is 0.9 gram. Okay, sir. Molar mass of A and B are also given. Molar mass of A is 30, molar mass of B is 90. So we have to calculate osmotic pressure at 300 Kelvin, a piece of cake, because they have not supplied any information about the Van 't Hoff factor. So when it is not defined, then what you take, you assume it to be unity. So rather, if there would have been an idea of Van 't Hoff factor, then you, for A also, for B also, you should do it independently calculate the number of moles, like we'll be doing right now. So what will be number of moles of A? Sir, easy, weight upon molar mass. So 0.3 upon 30, that is 0.01. Number of moles of B, sir, weight of B, which is 0.9 upon molar mass of B is 90. So I guess this is also easy, 0.01. If there would have been some case of dissociation, so multiply that I. For example, rather, if A would have been NaCl, so these moles would have become twice. If this B would have been, let's say, MgCl2, then this would have been thrice. But over here they are not providing any detail of Van 't Hoff factor, so take it as 1. So this become moles of individual components. So what will be total moles, sir? Add them. So it will be 0.02. What can you say about concentration, sir? Concentration total will be total moles upon total volume. I guess it is not, I mean, there's a printing error. It was, volume was also given. So volume was given to be 1000 ml as in 1 liter. So now concentration will be total moles upon volume, which is 0.02 upon 1. Simple. So what will be formula of osmotic pressure, sir? Total osmotic pressure will be equal to total concentration, which we have already calculated. I, you do not have it take into account because it is not given, so I take I as 1. So it will be C, total C into R into T. Total C is 0.02 moles per liter. R, because you have to find this pressure in ATM, so use 0.0821 into temperature 300 Kelvin. Now Sailesh and everybody, I want the into divide because it was an integer type question. Devraj is saying 0.5. Devraj, just check. I guess you are doing something, some calculation error. Sailesh is saying 50. I feel 5 is coming approximately 4 point something or 5 point something. Just check. Volume is 1 liter. Volume is 1 liter. It is a misprint from the printing side. Volume was given to be 1 liter. Volume is given to be 1 liters. So let's see. I have some other question of chemistry or not. So for chemistry, I do not. Okay, Sailesh is saying it's 0.05. Okay, so let's see if someone else is available, or else we will do calculation. Guys, you also calculate 0.02 into 0.0821 into 300. Yes, it is coming out to be 0.5. It is coming out to be 0.49. Then in that case, beta, maybe in paper they would have asked dash into 10 raised to the power minus 1, because obviously it is a memory based paper. So maybe in paper they must have asked dash into 10 raised to the power minus 1, then answer will be 5. Because yes, Sailesh is right. If you solve this, it is coming out to be 0.49. Yes. So beta, maybe in the actual paper, because this is a memory based paper, so we are just focusing on the concept. Into divide obviously is a task, which that is the into divide task that you are going to do in your actual examination, because here we can deal with concepts. So let's see if I have. Okay, Sumit sir is ready. Okay, so over to
with 24th morning shift 1 analysis, and we have got one question. In yesterday's second shift, we found that physics was a bit lengthy. Yes, but you need not worry. Screen pe YouTube. But you need not worry about that. Why so? Because even if few questions are lengthy or difficult, except few questions, other questions are okay. So let us take there what we discussed, almost 20 to 21 questions. So out of that, you can find 10 to 12 questions, they were simple. Yes, those questions you can do first. Okay, now let us take 8 to 10 questions are a bit lengthy or a bit difficult. Then what you can do is attempt them at the end. So this is how you have to be smart in your shift. Okay, things can change, that's what I'm saying. So here this is a simpler question. Spring of stiffness, the K, that is 15 Newton per meter, is cut into a ratio of 3:1. Find spring constant of smaller length thus formed. Now here length is L. Now you cut in ratio 3:1. So this will become 3L by 4 and this length will become L by 4. Now we know that stiffness is inversely proportional to the length. Stiffness is inversely proportional to the length. If length becomes 1 by 4, stiffness becomes 4 times. So as my L dash is equal to L by 4, my K dash will be 4 times of K. What was K? K was 15. So this is 60 Newton per meter. That is option D. That is option D. Okay, sir, will these questions pattern repeat for 24 shift 2? I am saying that till now we have discussed so many shifts, cover all of them, go through the topics, things will repeat. I'm not saying questions exactly can also repeat. Beta, in many of the shifts I have seen that beta is again and again asked. So but at least type of the questions will repeat. Okay, now we have maths question. Now Dipendra sir, it's over to you.
So hello, hi, namaskar everyone. Just give me a quick response. I hope I'm very clearly visible and audible. Sumit sir has ended the stream and I now must be visible to you all. Just give me a quick confirmation. Am I visible? Am I audible? The screen which I have just shared, is it properly visible to all the participants? Give me a quick confirmation. I have just started my stream and I hope I'm visible, audible. Just give me a quick confirmation. Yes, I think we are going great. We are live. Perfect, perfect, perfect. How is the paper this session? Great. I think that answer could be answered by the students. Thank you so much for the response, Salesh. So yes, we do have received first question from mathematics as well. A very simple, a very straightforward question. And while explaining the question, I will again pinpoint that simple highlight that no matter how many times we tell you this particular formula, you will always forget this. You will always forget this. So we have been revising this particular formula, cos theta, cos 60 minus theta, cos 60 plus theta. Can you help me with the conclusion? Yes, it is always 1 by 4 cos 3 theta. So hello, hi, great, great, great. Now let's focus on the question. Yes. So this is a very straightforward question on trigo. How? Have a look at that. Root 3 cosec 20 minus sec 20 upon cos 20, cos 40, cos 60, cos 80. So in the denominator, forget about the numerator as of now. In the denominator, you must have clearly seen cos theta, cos 60 minus theta, cos 60 minus theta. If I take theta as what? 20? Because here, look at this. If I take theta as what? Theta 60 minus theta 60 plus theta. So I think theta should be taken as 20 because here look at cos theta. So theta is 20, cos 60 minus theta, that is 40, and cos 60 plus theta, that is cos 80. Will you all agree with that? Can I move ahead with that? Did you all get that part? Okay, great, great. How can I guess the questions for 28th? I can simply predict the trend based on that trend. We are giving our conclusions, the verdict every day in the end of the shift. So Cyber Rocks start. In the end, we'd definitely like to give you something very substantial. But so far, you got to wait until we see all the questions. Now, look at this particular part. In the denominator, we can see cos theta, cos 60 minus theta, cos 60 plus theta. We all know it is 1 by 4 times. Cos 3 theta. What is theta here? Theta is 20. So 3 theta will be cos 60. So this here will be 1 by 4 cos 60, and 1 cos 60 is already there. So in the denominator, we'll get this expression. Can I simplify the numerator? How? Well, look at this part. Cos sec 20 I am writing as sin 20 in the denominator. Sec 20 I am writing as cos 20 in the denominator. So when you simplify this, when I do this cross multiplication, root 3 cos 20 minus sin 20 upon sin 20 cos 20. So first of all, the only thing which I'm doing right now is let me divide it by 2 here. Let me divide it by 2 here. So when you do so, of course, you got to multiply a 2 here in the numerator. Everyone with me so far on that. One more thing I'm willing to do. Can I multiply a 2 here? So when you do so, you got to multiply one more 2 here. I hope there is no confusion on that front. How and why did we do that? Everyone with me so far with that, whatever I've done so far. I hope there is no confusion on that. And if you are getting it very clearly, just hold on for a while. I think the job is done. Why am I saying so? Yes, Salish, that's brilliant. So what I'll do is, I hope you can see sin A cos B minus cos A sin B, whichever formula suits here. Because look at the denominator. Denominator will give you more clarity that what should you form in the numerator. So here, 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta. So what I'll say is this 1 by 16 comes in the numerator. So 16 into 2 into 2. That is how much? 64. So 64 times divided by sin 2 theta is sin 40. Now let me try and create, can I have a sin 40 here? Now, do we know what is root 3 by 2? So if I look at it in terms of sin theta, we know it is sin 60. It is cos 60. So sin 60 cos 20, cos 60 sin 20, which is sin A minus B, sin 60 minus 20. And I hope I need not tell you sin 60 minus 20 is always sin 40. So you're left with 64 and that's your final answer. Why are you looking for any other way to solve, Brian? I think nothing can be more simpler than this. And if anyone has any other approach, I would really appreciate it. What else can you think of? I really am clueless. Apart from this, what else will you think of doing? I think this is a very simple, very straightforward, direct approach. If you have any other approach, do share it in the comment box. We'll really appreciate it. Can I move ahead with that? Let me ask Gaurav sir whether he is available or not so that I can call him. So let me just inform him. Gaurav sir, whether you're ready or not. So if Gaurav sir confirms or approves, we'll be ending the stream from our end. By the way, how many of you have written the exam today? How was your exam, students, today? Which subject did you enjoy the most today? Which subject did you find difficult today? How was your paper today? Can you help me with your answers? And what are you seeing as a response coming today? What about this shift? Anyone having any conclusion on that? Which subject, which part, which section specifically? Okay, so I have received a response from Gaurav sir. Let's end this stream from my end and let's Gaurav sir enter here. Okay, so here he comes.
Yes. So actually the questions are still getting typed, but I guess I have a rough idea. I mean, the exact idea, but yes, I just do not have the question with me. So, okay, let me write the question for you. See, it was a very, see, organic chemistry, it is a question from alkyl and aryl halides, a very simple question indeed. And if rather, I'll just check whether, yes, I've got that question for you. So, yeah, this one. So they just asked about the type of halogens present. I mean, if you just do the classification, just the classification of alkyl halide, then also you can just make the question correct. I'll tell you how. Now you'll actually, if you have devoted a bit of time in NCRT, you'll say, sir, what they are asking. So as I've told you, today's paper was actually easy. So how are you guys so fast? Beta, you can also be fast. Just pay attention to the content, and after that, just go to whatever topics are asked, go to the NCRT, and you will do questions like anything. See, now this is the question that was asked. Just the classification of alkyl and aryl halide, NCRT 12th class part 2, the I guess first page, first and second page. What is a vinylic halide? Sir, vinyl halide is when a double bonded carbon has a free valency, and if halogen or any functional group is attached, it is a vinylic group. So if halogen is connected to a vinylic carbon, that is an sp2 hybridized carbon. So that becomes your vinylic group. So this A is nothing but 1. This was a question asked. What is an allylic halide? The sp3 hybridized carbon next to a double bonded carbon or an sp2 hybridized system. If that carbon, sp3 hybridized carbon, has a free valency, it is generally termed as an allylic group. So we have this double bonded carbon, then there is a sp3 hybridized carbon next to a double bonded carbon. If this carbon has a free valency, then that particular halide, that particular alkyl group is known as a allylic group. If you connect any functional group, it will be termed as allylic halide. So this B will be 2. What is benzylic halide? Benzylic halide is actually a type of allylic halide only, but when the double bonded system is of benzene, then it is called a benzylic halide. So benzylic halide is also connected to an sp3 hybridized carbon. And last, what is an aryl halide? Sir, the aromatic halide. So actually aryl halide is also a type of vinylic halide, because sp2 hybridized carbon, when has a free valency, and if halogen is connected, it's an aryl halide, also an example of vinylic halide. So D is 4. So our answer is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, option A. So I mean, yes, everybody, no option matching, no Salish, option A. Okay, yes, no option matching. It should be 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4 1 2. Over here it's a misprint, na? 1 2. Here C will be 3. Should be 3. So if C would have been 3, then this will be matching, because I mean, obviously you got the options maybe I mean getting interchanged. I hope you got the common sense. They just asked a question of classification of alkyl and aryl halides. Yes. So D was alkyl halide. Okay. So Sportyverse is saying, okay, you must have given your paper today. He's saying question is wrong, sir, because he's saying that D was an alkyl halide. So what is if even if our friend is correct, then what is an alkyl halide? If I have this R, if it is CH2 and then there is an halogen, it is a basic alkyl halide. So I mean it is a question from classification. So moving forward, let us see if we have got some new questions of chemistry or maybe some new questions of physics or maths. So let's see. For chemistry we are having nopes, but yes, through the students which we have received, there was a question for diazonium salts as well. So let's see, rather, because it is not printed yet, so shall I write that question, or your physics or maths teacher is available with the questions? Maybe the physics and mathematics questions are already typed. So who is next? Let me ask. Or else I may write that question for you. I think I should write that question for you. Yeah. So I'm writing a question for you. Actually, there was one more question. So yeah, Ria, Radhe Beta, Radhe Krishna. What are your predictions for 28th? So beta 28th, you will be having 3 days holiday. So I feel you will be having some good question. Adi is saying sare option wrong. Adi, actually question is right or question is also wrong, because this is what memory based paper looks like. Okay, so physics question is getting typed. So what I do is I write one more question for you, sir. All the shift contains diazonium salt question. Yes, Salish, yes, I'm giving you, actually let it get typed. I'm giving you one question. Okay, Deepen sir is ready. So why bother? Because I have to write the complete question. I know there was a diazonium salt and it was substituted by methoxy group, by nitro group and by cyanide group, and one was hydrogen. So why should write you attempt? I've told you the question and arrange in order of stability. Yes, okay. So Deepen sir is ready. So Deepen sir, over to you. I'll be waiting for the questions then.
Okay, so I think we are back. We are back. Okay, so I think we are back. We are back. So hello. I hope you can see the screen right there in front of you. Let me just refresh it so that I can ensure that I'm visible. Yes, I think we are visible. Great. So let's get started with the maths part. I believe we are properly visible. Okay, great. So going ahead with the next part, what do we see here? A question from mathematics. So here I could solve half of it, but the remaining part of this question will solve together. But always remember, this category of questions are conceptually so weak that nothing is needed to be done. A basic calculation is needed, and we are seeing such questions in almost every shift. Modulus based quadratic equations. I hope you remember this and how to solve this. I'll begin with this simple part. Mod of x minus 4, mod of x minus 1, and there is an x here, minus 2 is equal to 0. So I'll into 3 parts where I'll be seeing once x is greater than 4, once x is lying between 1 and 4, and one zone when x is less than 1. So these 3 sections I will be making. So when I solve it for x greater than 4, which means what? Mod x minus 4, mod x minus 1 will remove as it is, because here x minus 4, x minus 1 both will be positive. When you simply expand it, x into x, that's x square, x into minus 4x, plus x, that's minus 3x, and there you have minus 1 minus 2, that's minus 3. So this is the quadratic you have solved. Great. Now okay, great, no problem with that, Michael. So here, yeah, that's nothing, that's not a huge matter of concern here. If the data is a little inconsistent, I hope you are understanding what category of questions are being asked and what should be approached. Even if the options are incorrect, that is perfectly fine. We'll find the right answer. Will that be okay? So here, how will I proceed with this? I hope you can see minus b plus minus 100 over d by 2a. That is what you do. So with that, when I look at this, root 21. So it is between root 16 and root 25. So this is between 4 and 5. Let's say 4.5. So 3 plus 4.5. 3 plus 4.5 is 7.5. 7.5 by 2. We need x to be greater than 4. It should be 8, so that 8 by 2 will be 4. And it should be greater than 8, which is clearly not happening. Even if I subtract something as 4.5 from 3, I'll be getting something very low, less than 4. So I think there is no solution from this particular part. Can I move ahead with that? Great, great, great. So with that, when I move ahead with this next conclusion, what I see, x lying between 1 and 4. So when x lies between 1 and 4, we all know here x minus 4 will be negative, but x minus 1 will be positive. So with that, when you open it, this becomes x times x minus 4. Negative of it will be 4 minus x plus x minus 1 minus 2 is equal to 0. You simply get minus x square first of all. There you'll get 4x plus x, which is going to be 5x, and minus 2 minus 1, that is minus 3. If I simplify this in a better format, I'll say x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. Will you all agree with that? Now, by splitting the middle term, how do I use it? Sridharacharya formula. I hope you remember that. With that, I'll be writing x as minus b, that is 5, plus minus under root over b square. So minus 5 square is 25, minus 4ac, 4ac is 12. So 25 minus 12 is 13. I hope you remember that. So 25 minus 12 is 13 divided by 2a. Now again, I need to check whether this solution lies between 1 and 4 or not. So how will I check it? Just give me a moment, everyone. Root 13 is approximately how much? It is less than 4. So let us assume it as, because it is greater than 3. So this is, let's say, 3.5 for a while. So what I'll say is that 5 plus 3.5 is something as 8.5. 8.5 by 2 will be greater than 4. So not an acceptable solution. Let's go with the negative value. So it is 3.5 approximately. 5 minus 3.5 is approximately 1.5. I hope you're understanding it. So 1.5 when divided by 2 gives you 0.75. That is also not an acceptable solution. So I'll say no solution from here as well. I hope you all are with me. With this part, when I say that x is less than 1, both mods will open with a negative sign. So here it will be x times 4 minus x, and it will be plus 1 minus x. I hope you're understanding the reason why, and it should be equal to 0. When I see it is basically minus x square, then you have 4x minus x, that's clearly plus 3x, minus 1 is equal to 0. When you rearrange it, it is x square minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I commit a lot of silly mistakes based on calculation. So correct me if I'm wrong if I commit any mistakes. With that, when I go ahead, what I'll say is that x will be minus b plus minus under root over b square. B square is what? 9 minus 4ac. So 9 minus 4 is what? 5, I'll say. I hope we are going great. Divided by 2a. Now from here, I need x to be less than 1. Root 5 is greater than 2. I hope you're understanding. Root 4 is 2. So let's say this is 2.2 for a while. So 3 plus 2.2. 3 plus 2.2 is how much? 5.2. I hope you're understanding. 5.2 by 2 is greater than 1. It is somewhere around 2.5, 2.6. So that is discarded. Let's look at the other value. With that next value, root 5 is what? 2.2 approximately. So 3 minus 2.2 is approximately what? 3 minus 2.2, right? 0.8. 0.8 by 2 is 0.4. So 0.4 is definitely lying inside our range. So there I'm getting one acceptable solution from here. So I'll say 1 is the solution as per the number of solutions as per the data given to us. That's perfectly fine, Sumit. Let us solve this question as of now, which we have received as the input. I hope that's okay. Great. I think there is something wrong, Salesh. There will be only one acceptable answer. Check it once again. Sir, between 1 to 4, x exists. How can you say so? Between 1 to 4, x is existing. 5 plus root 13. Can you check root 13 exactly? How much is it? I think root 13 is how much? Root 13 is approximately, if I try to be more precise, it is closer to root 16. So it is closer to, let's say, 3.5 we took. So 5 plus 3.5 is what? 5 plus 3.5 is 8.5. 8.5 by 2 is greater than 4. I hope you're realizing. So that is discarded. Now 5 minus what? 5 minus 3.5. So 5 minus 3.5 is how much? 1.5. And 1.5 when divided by 2 gives you 0.75. I hope you're understanding, Salesh, that there is no acceptable value. Did you all get that? So I'll say option 1, only one solution is there. Are you all with me? Can I move ahead with that? Let me call Sumit sir now. I hope he must be ready so that he joins now. Just give me a moment. Let me get the confirmation from Sumit sir so that I end this stream and you learn physics from him.
Draw the impedance triangle. From there you can find the phi. Okay. This is my Xc minus XL. Okay, this is R, this is phi. My 10 phi is basically equal to Xc minus XL divided by R. This is Xc, okay, this is XL, and this is my R. Now write it down. Xc minus XL, 150 minus 70 is 80 divided by R is 60. So this becomes how much? 4 by 3. Now I got my 10 phi, but what is power factor? Power factor is cos phi. So cos phi is equal to, if 10 phi is 4 by 3, my cos phi will be equal to 3 by 5. I think the comments is not visible. Comments, yeah. Now it's visible. Great. B, yes, 3 by 5. Okay, another question. This was a simple question, isn't it? Yes, very simple, straightforward question from AC circuits, series RLC circuit. Now, in hydrogen-like atom, ratio of speed in two orbits is 3:2. Then ratio of energy is. Now we know that speed is proportional to Z by N. You know that relation. Energy is proportional to Z by N square. This relation we know. If the ratio of speed is coming as 3:2, the ratio of energy will be 9:4. Isn't it? Just square it. Just square it. B. Not 70, it's 100. Sumit Mishra is saying that in the exam, I think Sumit Mishra, you gave the exam. So Sumit Mishra is saying that this was 100. You are saying this was 100? Might be. Okay, might be. Because this is a memory based question, Sumit. So the data can be here and there. So don't worry about that. Conceptually it is the same. B. Everybody is getting B. Sailesh is getting B. Riya is getting B. Good, good, good. Now we will have few more questions on chemistry, I think. Okay, let us see if Gaurav sir is ready. Okay. So we saw these two questions, one from Bohr model. So yesterday also there were I think one question in the morning shift, in the evening shift was also there. So from Bohr model, the energy of the nth orbit, the difference in the energy of the two orbits. So these types of questions were asked. So there also I mentioned that energy of nth orbit is minus 13.6 into Z square by N square. So from there also, if you remember this relation. Okay, now Gaurav sir, it's over to you.
Yes, thank you, Sumit sir. Now, finally, I was telling you why to write the question. We have got now, yes, two, three questions. So, Sumit Mishra, not 70, it's 100. Okay, sir, it was okay. That was that you are talking. Sumit Mishra is talking to Sumit sir. So, okay, Sumit, sir, will be coming back. Yes, Cyber Rockstar, welcome. Thank you, beta. Salesh is giving answer for physics. Okay, now I need answer for this one. Piece of cake, guys. Diazonium salt. I just make you for all those students. I'm making. Let us revise. By the time those who know, give me the answer. I'm just telling you the concept behind diazonium salt. Now, all of us should know that this diazonium cation, if rather there would have been a substitution of alkyl group, if there would have been substitution of alkyl group, alkyl diazonium salts are not at all stable. They do not have okat, they do not have potential to hold this most stable diatomic molecule of nitrogen. Nitrogen gas snatches electron from this alkyl group and releases in form of nitrogen gas. Therefore, alkyl diazonium salt cation are not at all stable. But if you have aryl diazonium cation like this one, if you have this cation, then at least nitrogen gas stays for a while. but you have to decrease the kinetic energy. Therefore, in Sandmeyer's reaction, NCERT tells you 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. Why? Because by decreasing the temperature of ice cold condition, kinetic energy of the gas is reduced so much that it gets holded up. And why it gets holded up? Because whole of the benzene ring offers electron to nitrogen. That nitrogen, please stay with us for a few time. That's why it is said that aryl diazonium salt are stable while alkyl are not. But this aryl diazonium salt is only stable at ice cold condition. So now, by knowing this logic, you tell me, if I substitute this benzene ring by what? Sir, if you substitute benzene ring by electron donating groups, then if you have electron donating group, then they will also provide much more electron to nitrogen. So this diazonium cation will get stabilized. So after knowing that, I hope it is quite clear to us. This is OCH3, a plus R applying group. So this will be the strongest electron donating group. So this will be the most stable diazonium cation. So D will be more stable, and just by doing that you will get your answer. Devraj, perfect, because A will be your answer. But now, because we are learning, so this is more stable. Then over here you have nothing. That means there is hydrogen at para position. Now these are depressing groups. Why? Because they are electron withdrawing. Now who is more electron withdrawing? So this is minus R, this is also minus R, but here nitrogen is further connected with two more oxygens, so this is a stronger minus R. Relatively this is weaker than NO2, so this will be weakest. So A will be weakest, B is better than A, so A will be weakest, B is better than A, and C is a neutral species, not having electron donating or withdrawing group. So definitely A is your answer. Cyber Rockstar is right, Ria is right, Shailesh is right, everybody is right. I wish you be right at the time of examination also, and you will be. So this gives confidence. Next question attempt, I need answer. Do reverse engineering. Hint 1. Hint 1, do reverse engineering. Look at the options first. Some sequence of reaction is taking place and the product that you are getting is containing 3 carbons. Stop thinking about du and everything. It is saying the product is having 1 chiral carbon. Do not read that also. How many carbons you have in the product? 3. Do chlorination in presence of phosphorus will add carbon? No. Will this oxidizing agent add carbon? No. Will stiffen reduction add carbon? No. So that means this A should also have how many carbon? 3 carbon. Okay, Sumit is saying wrong question. Sumit, let us do this, then you tell us the right, maybe you remember if you have given this examination. Okay, Mohammad Shan is also saying wrong question. Okay, Ria and Shailesh are giving answer. So by the time Sumit and Shan gives us the right answer, gives us the right question, let us solve this one, because this is also has been communicated to us by some students like you. So you give me another, what you remember. By the time, let me do this question for you. So because nothing is putting more carbon, so at least reactant should have the same number of carbons. So let us count the number of carbons. So this is 1, 2, 3. Sir, this is 1, 2, 3, but there is a methyl branch, so carbon is 4. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4. So carbon is there are 4 carbons, and there is presence of 2 carbon. So obviously, because carbon is not getting added or subtracted, so by that also you can say it would be option number A. So Cyberrock, everybody definitely correct. By the time Shan is giving us actual question, because he's saying ye nahi hai, so you tell me what is hai, because these are the questions which students like you have given us. So coming to the logic now, do reverse engineering. Let's say C3H5O2Cl is formed with this. So let us start this, consider this as A. So what is this reagent, sir? This reagent is stiffen reduction. Stiffen reduction of nitrile gives what? After hydrolysis, first it gives imine, and after that it gives corresponding aldehyde. So 3 carbon aldehyde will be 1, 2, 3 and CHO. This is a SOA, as in a strong oxidizing agent. So after acidification, it will become propanoic acid. This is HVZ, Hell-Volhard-Zelensky reaction. So it can take place with Br2 also, with Cl2 also. So after HVZ, what gets substituted? The alpha carbon. So the carboxylic acid is this. This is the alpha carbon. So one of its hydrogen will be substituted and you will be getting 1, 2, 3. This is COOH. And here you will get a chlorine. So let us check the number of hydrogens also. There are 3 hydrogens. There will be 1 hydrogen. So 4 hydrogen, and this hydrogen makes it 5 hydrogen, 3 carbon, 2 oxygens and a chlorine. So molecular formula is also satisfied, and this carbon is definitely a chiral carbon. I guess we are right. And still Shan is not giving us the actual question. He is just pointing out that the question is wrong. Give us the actual question. CH3 MgBr excess. Okay. CH3 beta Grignard reagent is not present over here. So where I have to give the complete question, then we'll add that question also, bhai, because you are our source. So Sumit, give us the exact question. I'll be making my my team write type that question also. So moving to, I have this another question from coordination compounds. Coordination compound, jokes apart, coordination compound put very much attention into. Now let us decode this question. The question is saying, which one of the following contain 3 unpaired electrons? So let us calculate number of unpaired electrons. Coordination compound question. This is vanadium. Shakti Va. Vanadium is 4s2 3d3. So this is plus 5. So 4s and 3d, all electron gone. So it is 0. So there is no unpaired electron. So unpaired electron is 0. What about titanium? Shakti as in 22. So 4s2 3d2. Oxidation state plus 3. So 4s gone. And Shakti as in 3d2. So 1 more gone. So this is 3d1. That means 1 unpaired electron. So not an answer, not an answer. Cobalt 4s2 3d7. Shakti Walker Man Fe Ko 3d7. Because oxidation state is plus 2, so 4s gone, so 3d7. What can you say about fluorine, sir? It is a weak field ligand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many unpaired electrons? Yes. I hope you can see there are 3 unpaired electrons. So this is your answer, but because we are practicing, so let us attempt this one also. Iron is 4s2 3d6. What is the oxidation state of iron? Plus 3, so 4 is gone, 3, it becomes 3d5. But cyanide is a strong field ligand. So 1, 2, 3, T2G will be filled again. So it will be just having 1 electron because EG will be empty. So it will be having 1 unpaired electron. Rather, you can also have calculation of magnetic moment. So how to calculate magnetic moment? Under root of n into n plus 2 Bohr magneton. It will be definitely asked in your paper as well. Moving to, okay. So complete. Shan, we are still waiting for your question. Sumit, excess of MgBr, give me the exact question. Sir, could you explain the third option again? Yes, beta. Explaining the third option again. Beta, cobalt is what? That's why even I remember this through rhyme. Shakti Walker Man Fe Ko, as in 27. So cobalt is 4s2 3d7. But what is the oxidation state of cobalt? Plus 2. How? X minus 6 equals minus 4. So X becomes plus 2. So what will be state of cobalt plus 2? Sir, remove 2 electrons. So where electron will go from? From the outermost shell. So 4s will lose its 2 electrons. So what are you left behind? 3d7. Now look at fluorine. It is a weak field ligand. You should know this through spectrochemical series of coordination complexes. I am telling you it is a weak field ligand. So what does weak field ligand do? The splitting is very less. So this is T2G, the three orbitals, and EG. Because splitting is very less, so first fill electrons here and then fill in the EG shell. Why? Because it is not of high energy. Because pairing will also require energy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now pair, as in 6 and 7. So how many unpaired electrons you are having? 3. Okay, chalo. Sumit has actually given us the question. So let me see. I'll write Sumit's question also, because he has made efforts. So Sumit, I will be writing your question also, bhai. But because Deepen sir is ready, so let Deepen sir come. Sumit, I'll write your question also. I'm writing your question independently because you are giving us a actual question as.
All right, students. So give me a quick response. I hope this screen which I have just shared is visible and I'm clearly audible. Can we get started? Can we get started? So Shan is saying that why didn't get this question? Why? Okay, I think it is related to chemistry. Great, great, great. Gaurav sir is in a different form today. He is in a totally different form today, I think so. A very decent, a very simple question based on statistics. If you could remember exactly this. Trust me, except for slight change in data, exactly this kind of question we have done in our revision marathon where we made you revise entire maths in that one session. We did a question based on statistics from this particular part. Now, how do we solve this question? Look at this. I'll simply tell you that what are we told? 10 data, which means 10 observations are there such that their mean is 10. So if the sum of those observation is needed to be figured out, so their mean is 10, there are 10 observations, sum of those observations is 100. I hope everyone is with me. Now here, and variance is 2. So how do you define variance? Variance is given by summation x square by number of observations minus summation x by n whole square, which is square of mean. So mean is, we already know, 10. So 10 square it would be. Now from here, what I'm trying to make you understand is if I ask you summation x square, you can easily figure it out by simply multiplying all the sides by 10. So summation xi square will be 20 plus 10 cube, that is 1020. I'm skipping the calculation part. Yes, yes, yes. Great, Sumit. That's brilliant. So with that, summation x square can be evaluated. But why are we doing this? Now, the catch is one of the data alpha is removed. So they have removed alpha. So out of these 10 observations, there was a data alpha that is removed. Great. And a new data entry B is inserted. Now try and understand. In these 10 observations, the sum of those 9 observations was there plus alpha was there. So sum of those 9 observations plus alpha was 100. I hope you're understanding it. But what is happening is when you remove that alpha, when that alpha is removed and a new observation beta is introduced, with that we see that the new mean is 10.1. Now what is the meaning of new mean? New means what? Again, if I simply ask you what will be sum of these observations, what will you say? You will say, sir, 10.1, the mean into number of observations 10, which is 101. But why am I seeing a slight change of 1? Because previously the sum was 100, the new sum is 101. Why am I saying? I am saying that those 9 observations are still there, but in this summation 101, there is no alpha, there is beta. So I hope you're understanding. If I subtract this equation minus this, if I do this, so all these 9 observations are same. So I'll be getting beta minus alpha is equal to 101 minus 100, that is 1. So that relation beta and alpha I could create from here. Now let's look at the variance part. We are told that the new variance is 1.99. So new variance means what? 1.99 is equals to summation xi square, but this is new xi square. So I'm putting xi dash square divided by 10 minus new mean square, because now the new mean is 10.1. So there is a slight calculation here, but understand this particular part where I say this thing very clearly, that summation xi square, how will it be affected? It will be same as summation x square, but with the summation x square, or from the summation x square, I'm removing alpha square, because new element beta is introduced instead of alpha. So that alpha square is needed to be subtracted from summation xi square, and beta needs to be introduced. So this summation xi dash square will be this. I hope everyone is with me. If I multiply both the sides by 10 into 1.9 will be 19.9. I'm really sorry for that. This will be 19.9, and here 10.1 square you got to calculate and then multiply that by 10. So there you got to multiply it by 10. Now I'm skipping that calculation part. You need to do it by yourself. From here, we all know summation xi square. We have already calculated. You substitute that here. This is something which you got to calculate. This is something you have already calculated. So from here, I'll get a relation in alpha square and beta square. We have a relation in alpha and beta from here. So 2 equations, 2 variables. When you solve them, I think you can easily crack alpha plus beta. Not just that, you can simply crack alpha plus beta with the help of the data given with some basic identities. That's great, Sumit. Thank you so much for correcting it. I did not notice it, but I can afford to make such mistakes, but you got to take care of these things. You got to be very cautious, very alert while solving questions based on statistics, because approach is very simple. This is something which even a 10th class student can do. But the catch is here is that you got to be very careful, very cautious with the calculation part. So I hope you'll take care of it. Can we move ahead? Let me show you the next question. Trust me, have faith in me. I do remember this question we have done. We have done it somewhere, maybe in the one shots, or maybe in the 15 by 15 series, or perhaps in the one revision marathon session, or maybe in the session which we took yesterday in the morning at 10 o'clock to make you revise or to make you prepare of what could be predicted or expected next, looking at the previous trends which we are seeing through these shifts or their analysis. So this question is again may look like a very difficult or a tricky question, 1 minus sine lnt, 1 minus cos lnt, but do you sigma xi square, could you explain that, sir? Okay, Cyber Rock, I'm simply doing very simple task here. See, the new sigma xi square, what did we do? We have removed alpha and we have introduced beta. So if alpha is getting removed from that previous summation xi square, that alpha square is getting removed, but a new beta square is getting introduced. So it will be like this only. Thank you so much, Ria. I hope some of you could definitely vouch for this, that we have done this kind of discussion previously as well at a lot many times. Great, 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 great. Yes, it takes some time to solve questions based on statistics, because sometimes they introduce such unnecessary calculation, but you got to handle that. But here, when you look at the next question, it says here, when I substitute ln by, let's say, x, then we can take the antilog, e to the power x will be t. So e to the power x dx will be dt. Sir, why did you do this? Look at this part. So here ln t is getting replaced by x. So 1 minus sin x, 1 minus cos x in the numerator and denominator respectively. But dt gets replaced by e to the power x dx. Do you not remember? We had a discussion on this at least 3 to 4 times in these sessions, that I have clearly told you, even in yesterday's session as well. We clearly specifically told you that if you have something like this into e to the power x, the question is not a question of integration anymore. This is a question of being able to split this expression as a sum of two expressions where one is the derivative of the other. Do you remember that? So with that, when I proceed further, let me try and convert it into fx plus f dash x. Do you remember that? So with that, e to the power x stays there. 1 minus sin x, I write it as 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. That we do here in the numerator. 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sin square theta. So that I do here in the denominator. This 1 I divide by 2 sin square x by 2 explicitly. So there I get 1 by 2 cos x square x by 2. This sin x by 2, sin x by 2, 2 and 2 are cancelled. So I'm left with cos by sin, that is cot x by 2. Now I hope you remember that derivative of cot x by 2 is minus cos x square x by 2 into 1 by 2. So minus of this will be this, derivative of this will be this. So this, if I treat as fx, I hope you're understanding my language, this will be, or this can be treated as f dash x. So we have e to the power x fx plus f dash x. So the answer is always e to the power x fx. So my answer will be e to the power x fx. Fx is minus cot x by 2. Now the rest of the job you all can do very easily. I'll simply say that we are told f of pi by 2, f of e to the power pi by 2 is e to the power minus pi by 2. There is a small correction here. Please ensure that it is e to the power minus pi by 2. So by simply replacing, first of all, work it out. Yes, one more correction is needed to be done. This is x, but the question wasn't in x, the question was in. Of course, you can take it as x, but the actual value should be that x should be replaced by ln t in the end. So yes. Great, Sumit. We are glad that we are helping you out with that. So when you finally replace this x by substitute them by ln t, you get this as f of x. Now I hope the task is simple. The task is really simple. The further part you can do, you can simply put these values, get the value of c. Once you crack c, which turns out as 0, you can find out this value as well. I hope it is not a tough question at all. Did you all understand that? Can we move ahead with that? Great. Murli, I'm glad that you all remember this. That's great. Yes, Riha, that's brilliant. With that, can we move ahead? Moving ahead means I am done with my part so far. I'll definitely bring you more questions, but by the time, let me see who can join now. Okay, Sumit sir is ready. So let me call him. Okay, so let me get the confirmation. By the time you tell me how was your shift, what about the questions? Great. Riya is saying Priya's question. We are glad that we are helping you out with these sessions and the modules and the programs which we are bringing so that you are able to.
Of current and electricity, huh? Yeah. So what is asked here? Let us see. A voltmeter of resistance 400 watt. Am I audible? Are you able to hear me? Please mention. Am I audible to you? Okay, okay. Somebody is saying Tamil Irukingla. What is this Irukingla? Let me check what it is. Hello. Okay, it's not there. I think I'm checking with Chat GPT. Hello. It's not. Okay, let me type Iru Kingla in Tamil. What is that? Meaning? Are you there? Yes, we are there. Okay, we are there. We are there. I attempt 55 questions. Sumit, great. If you have done well, it will be a great score, certainly. Prayas 1.0 question. Oh, I think you are talking about maths. Now let us see this question. A voltmeter 100 watt. Okay, this should be ohm. 400 ohm resistance is in parallel with 100 ohm resistor, and the combination is connected with 100 again ohm 100 ohm resistor and a battery of 9 volt in series as shown. Find the reading of voltmeter. Okay, we need to find the reading of this voltmeter. Now basically we need what is the potential across these 2 points. This we need. Battery is 9 volt. Okay, what I can do is, first of all, I will find the current and into this resistance. How much is this resistance? 100 and 400 in combination. So 100 into 400 divided by 100 plus 400, so means 5. So 400 divided by 5, how much it is? 80 ohm. So this total is 80 ohm. Okay, this is 80 ohm. This is 100 ohm. How much will be the current? 9 divided by 180. Yeah, 9 volt divided by total resistance 180. How much will be this drop? That will be 9 by 180. This is my current into the resistance. Resistance is 80 total. So this becomes my V. Now 109 into 2, 4. So this becomes 4, not ohm, it should be volt. Volt. C, 4 volt. Yes, Shailesh. I think option A. This is 4. Yeah. Who is that? Rahul. Great. Rahul Chauhan. Perfect. EM waves. Now these type of questions from EM waves are multiple times asked. Now what it is? In column 1, column 2, X-ray, infrared rays, I think here the options, or how they are produced. It is mentioned how they are produced. So let us see. Simplest one, infrared ray, we know that it is due to hot bodies. This we know directly. So this is P. And then radio waves, oscillatory current in antennas. So here we are having Q. Microwaves, magnetron. So here we are having R. And X-rays, fast moving electrons striking on a metal plate. This we know how X-rays are generated. That also we know. Yeah. So it becomes S, P, R and Q. S, P, R and Q. B option is coming. C, somebody is saying C. Rahul is saying, okay, you are talking about the previous question, I think. Huh? Okay, so here we are getting B option, that is S, P, R and Q. And these type of questions are multiple times asked, isn't it? Like if you see specifically the applications, the range of the wavelengths, or how they are produced, these 3 things are asked from EM waves, means the spectrum thing. Okay, so make sure you remember these 3 things from spectrum. Now, a microscope has objective focal length of 2 centimeter, eyepiece focal length 5 centimeter, tube length this, in case of normal adjustment magnification of microscope. Now, if you remember, at 21st January, shift 1, there was a similar question, exactly similar question. Not the data, but the same thing. Microscope was there, tube length was given, focal length of eyepiece, and my objective lens was given, and we need to find the magnification at normal adjustment. You remember that? Anybody remember that? Please mention any of you who was there on 21st of January morning shift. If you remember, there was a similar question on microscope. If I'm not wrong, I think it is morning shift only or evening. It was morning or evening? Morning, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes. Ria, remember. Yeah. Shailesh, remember. Yes. So therefore, I'm saying, as we are coming in these live sessions, few questions you will get directly. Okay, few questions you will get directly. Yes. So we know the formula of magnification. What is that? For normal adjustment, this is the formula for magnification. Normal adjustment means image is formed at infinity. If image is formed at d, here in place of d by fe, it will become 1 plus d by fe. That change will be there. Yes, sir, morning. Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. That was morning shift. Yes. So L is, what is L from here? What is L? Length. Tube length is 10 centimeter. So 10. Put everything in centimeter. Units will get cancelled. D is 25. We know that is near point. F node objective focal length is 2. Eyepiece focal length is 5. Yeah. Now 5 into 5, 2 into 5. This is 25. I think there we had answer 104, something like that, 104 or 108, their magnification. Data is a bit different, otherwise everything is same. Just use the same formula, LD by F not FE. Sumit is saying, I saw, sir. Yes. Yes. Okay. Is there any other question? Let us see. Yes, this is another question we are having. In a region of potential if potential depends on radial distance from origin like this is my potential V. A x cube plus b, then charge enclosed in a sphere of radius, this is of here, of radius r is equal to. There were questions where we need to find relation between potential and field. Here also we will do, then we will use Gauss law. So first of all, let us find the field. E is equals to minus dV by dr. Okay, and here this x is my radial distance. It is my radial, this is not along x-axis, no, this is my radial distance. Remember it, here x is my radial distance. Okay, so I can write here d by dx, okay, if that radial distance is given like this. So minus of, differentiate it, it will become 3ax square, differentiation of b is 0, so this becomes minus 3ax square, where x is my radial distance. Radial distance means from origin along all the directions like that. Okay, now use Gauss law, because I need charge enclosed within a sphere of radius r. So let us take, this is my sphere now. Now this electric field is radial, it's towards the origin, so from all the sides it is coming like this, it is radial. So total flux, if I ask you, you will say that is whatever is the area into whatever is the electric field, because everywhere the field is same. So it will become minus 3a x square into 4 pi x square. So this is minus 12 pi a x to the power 4. Okay, so this is my flux. Flux I'll write as Q enclosed by epsilon naught. Q enclosed is the charge enclosed within the sphere. This is what is asked from us. What is now Q enclosed from here? That will become minus 12 pi epsilon naught a x to the power 4. 12 pi a epsilon naught x to the power 4. Here my radial distance is r, so in place of x I'll put r. So this is minus 12 pi epsilon naught a r to the power 4. Negative sign should be there. C option is there. I think it should be negative sign there because this is a negative charge. Sir, what was a x to the power 4? A x to the power 4, where is? This is a x to the power 3. Sir, it was, okay. Sumit is saying, sir, it was a x to the power 4 in the exam. Oh, that can be, Sumit. This is memory based. So some things can be here and there. If it is ax to the power 4, so this will become 4ax cube, and then 4ax cube you can take, accordingly your answer will change. But conceptually the thing is the same. You got the point? Please mention you got the point. Answer is C. Yes, answer is C. Perfect. Ria, perfect. Rahul Chauhan. Great. Now mains is like, if you have studied seriously or you have done nice preparation, mains is not that difficult. Specifically the physics part, if I talk about. In my exam also in 2013, I remember 2013, that was my attempt when I gave JEE Mains, and the paper was as usual. Certainly we used to have only one shift and only one attempt, and now we have multiple shifts, multiple attempt, and you have April attempt also. So there like pressure was high. You have only one chance, and if you miss that, the next chance, and if you miss, there used to be only two chances that time. 3 uniformly concentric charged shells are kept as shown. Find potential of each shell. So when I entered the exam hall, initially I was nervous, but when I saw the question paper, I solved few questions. I selected some easy questions first of all, as usual. I used to do. I never started the question paper from question number 1. Never ever in my life. Even if like you give a question paper and ask me, sir, please solve this, I'll not start from question number 1. I'll just see quickly and we'll see which are the direct questions. I'll hit the mark, hit the answers. Okay. Then I'll start from the beginning or from the end. Then the sequence will start. So first 5 to 10 questions I'll just do. Okay, which one is simple? Okay, here a bit calculation is there, I'll do quickly. Okay, mark that. Then this, okay, this is simple, do it quickly, then mark that. It helps a lot. 3 uniformly concentric charged shells are kept as shown. Find potential of each shell. We need to find potential of each shell. These 3 shells, here charge is Q1, here charge is Q2, here charge is Q3. If it is not visible, I am writing it. This is Q3, this is Q2, this is Q1. Radii are mentioned. So when you write the potential of the innermost shell, so V1, due to its charge, that will be K Q1 by A. Due to charge on B, so that point is inside B, inside shell B, so that will be plus K Q2 divided by B. Due to C, this is inside only, so plus K Q3 by C. You remember that if a uniformly charged shell is there, any point inside that is having same potential equal to the surface of the shell. So when we are writing the potential on shell A, due to its charge it is KQ1 by A, due to B and due to C, the points are inside only, so that will be equal to the potentials due to that charge on their surfaces. Now write V2. What is V2? V2 is potential of this. Now when you write potential of this, due to shell A, it is outside. So K Q1 divided by the distance from the center is B now, plus K Q2, it is due to that charge only, plus B. Now that B is inside C, so that is K Q3 by C. This is V2. Now if I write V3, all the 3 shells, this inner one shell and this inner one shell, they are inside, so we will take the distance from the center, so that is K Q1 plus Q2 divided by C, plus due to C, that is K Q3 by C. So you can write this as K Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 divided by C. Which option is matching here? Q1 plus A, okay. This is incorrect. I think option B is matching here. You can help me in matching the options. Yeah, B is matching. B is correct. Perfect, perfect. Option B is correct. Yes, Shailesh. Yes, Ria. I did it in 1 minute. Yes, I can do this question in just not in 1 minute, in 5 seconds. I am solving these questions here so that everybody can understand. So you may say, oh, what is this teacher? He's taking so much time to solve the question. I'm a IIT Roorkee graduated. Okay. So if you ask me how much time I'll take to solve this question, I'll not solve this question. I'll mark the answer directly. Okay. So this was all about physics. Now we have Gaurav sir with a question on chemistry. So Gaurav sir, it's over to you. Please take.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I have few questions, and I even have prepared help for you. Actually, for again, I'm listening my voice, so let me quiet me down. Yes, now I can only hear you people because you are worth to be heard of. So let's try and attempt these questions, because what I've done for you is tolerance test. It is very much asked by JEE Mains also. And if you talk of JEE Advanced, because now we are already on 24, so those who are here, I mean all of you, Ria, Sumit, Esther, Mr. Reddy, Salesh, everybody. Tolerance test is given by obviously aldehydes, aliphatic and aromatic both. But advanced also love it. So I have a beautiful key for you. So I'll be showing you that also. To be time effective, I've made them. So but please make note of it. Either if you are taking time, pause and then at least make that note, that what are the compounds that give tolerance test. It will help you like anything. It will make one advanced question also. So let's do this first question of redox. So I mean you do not have to balance the reaction, because the question is asking you just for the first reaction, X is the number of moles of electron exchanged per mole of I2. Remember, per mole of I2, not I minus. So in the first reaction, let us take this K2Cr27 is an oxidizing agent. It is oxidizing I minus to I2. Why to balance the complete reaction? Just take I minus. So I minus is converting to I2. So balance iodine, and in order to balance charge, I have to add 2 electrons. So you tell me, for 1 mole of I2, how many electrons are getting transacted? Sir, 2. So this will be value of X. I hope I am audible. Sumit, yes. So Sumit was actually telling me that first you react with Grignard reagent. Sir, Sumit, if you react with Grignard reagent in nitrile, then what will happen? First you have to tell me whether it was nitrile or not. So that will be, if it would have been carbonyl compound or any center which is having positivity, so Grignard reagent, the CH3 minus will attack. Post that, if you do hydrolysis, then if it is cyanide, it will convert into carboxylic acid. But after that you said it is PCC. So if there would have been alcohol, then the alcohol will be oxidized to aldehydes only, because PCC oxidizes 1 degree alcohol to aldehyde, 2 degree to ketone. And followed by, if you said that after that there was a reduction. So if aldehyde would be formed, then it can be reduced to alcohol. So but I mean, these all are concepts which are built around questions. So first we need to know the question, and then once, because you have whatever you have told us, then this is the reagent that it is doing, then we'll be looking at options accordingly. Okay, so coming to the question which we have over here. So X will be 2. I hope it is clear with everybody. Now the second reaction is again using K2Cr27, an oxidizing agent. Now it is doing what? It is oxidizing sulfide ion. So sulfide ion becoming sulfur, the question is telling you that also. Now in that case you have to assume Y is the number of electron transacted per mole of sulfur. So this is the desired 1 mole of species. So atom is balanced, so just add charge. So for 1 mole of sulfur, how many electrons has been transacted? again 2. So x is also 2, y is also 2. What you have to report? You have to report the value of x plus y, which is obviously equal to 4. A simple question of redox reaction. Shailesh has done it right. Moving forward. Now, this question I was talking about. Just in order to do this question, it is piece of cake. Let me help you. It is piece of cake for those who know, apart from NCRT, because NCRT just tells us that tolerance test is given by aldehydes, whether it is aliphatic, whether it is aromatic. Ketones do not give positive tolerance test. So the question is telling you which of the following compound gives positive tolerance test. Okay, sir. Now, if you look at the options, A is there in 3 options. So first of all, let us look at A. Now, this is the most trickiest part. Now, D, 4. Everybody is saying 4. B, C, D only. Okay, you are saying this 4th. It is question is asking beta question. Okay, you are giving answer for, no, Shailesh has said C. C was, I guess, the answer for previous question. No, 4. Everybody is saying 4. Everybody as in Shailesh and Riya. Beta, just come to the question. 4 will not give tolerance test because it is a ketone, and through NCRT only we know only aldehydes gives tolerance test. So this is not an option for us. You can do this through NCRT. That ketone does not respond to tolerance test. They do not create silver mirror. So because D is not there, so this option can't be right, this option can't be right. So if 2 options are eliminated, that means A will be your answer. Now why I am giving you this is, obviously A gives tolerance test, but how? Sir, C we know because it's an aldehyde, also although it's an aromatic aldehyde. Still, all aldehyde gives positive tolerance test. So yes, C will give tolerance test. Now, coming to this compound is alcohol, and this is a cyclic ether. So alcohol, ether, they do not give tolerance test. So obviously, you can make your answer because there is no option C. No, but no option is giving you only C. B is not giving an A and C. So actually for this question, your answer is B. But for that, you should know that this is a hemiacetal. This is a carbon, and to this carbon you are having OR, as in OR. So this is a hemiacetal. So this hemiacetal gives tolerance test. You do not know this through NCRT is what I am telling you. So sir, hemiacetal gives positive tolerance test. Yes. So sir, what else compound we should know? That is what I am telling you. I have a list. You should write this list religiously down, because if mains is asking this, I am telling you advanced loves positive tolerance test species. So let us revise it with me. Obviously, first we know aldehydes, and in fact all aldehydes, whether it is aliphatic, whether it is aromatic, aldehyde gives positive tolerance test. Done. After that, formic acid gives positive tolerance test. Second thing you need to remember is formic acid gives positive tolerance test. After that, every salt of formic acid gives positive tolerance test. After that, formic acid forming esters, as in HCOO, but after that O add any alkyl group. So formate esters also give positive tolerance test. Point number 4. Fifth finger. The nitrogen compounds, what? Hydrazine, NH4OH, as in ammonium hydroxide, and their salt. Again, I'm telling you, hydrazine, ammonium hydroxide, and all their salts also give positive tolerance test. Point number 5. Point number 6. The thing that has been asked here in mains. Every alpha hydroxy compound, as in you have this carbon is connected to OH, so OH connected with a functional group, that carbon becomes the alpha carbon. If that alpha carbon has a carbonyl group, and whatever is further connected to this carbonyl group, it can be OR, OH, alkyl group, NH2. If it is having carbonyl group, then whatever further it is connected, every such structure will also give positive tolerance test. Similarly, the similar picture, this OH carbon connected to OH, if it is having carbonyl group, that will also give positive tolerance test, or it is connected directly to OR, it will make it a hemiacetal. it will also give positive tolerance test, and actually this particular case was used in this NTA paper. So this is a list that I give in my carbonyl compound notes, and it is directly from this list. Apart from that, diketo, alpha diketos also give positive tolerance test, but question need to specifically mention you that they are heating it, because this C bond C can only be broken at high temperature. Although this is a Morrison-Boyd concept, but for advanced you should definitely know this, that diketo also give positive tolerance test but on heating. So this is the 7th grade. And the third and the last is, that is also very important, terminal alkynes having terminal alkynes have acidic hydrogen. So terminal alkynes also give positive tolerance test, but they do not give silver mirror. With silver cation they form a white PPT. So these all are the compound. Yes, Rags, you should remember them, not for mains, but mains is also asking this and advanced loves it. So I'm giving you a list, because this thing you can only know for mains also, for the previous question also, this thing you can only know once you know that hemiester also gives positive tolerance test, then only you can do this question. Or else option elimination. Yesterday someone was saying, sir, I applied Tukka method. So using that Tukka method, you can eliminate option and still you can do this question for today's session. Moving forward. Now, I hope it is clear. Sir, in the last 4 days, if it is feasible to cram your lecture. Beta, see, what does cramming mean? Even if you solve maths, you have crammed the process, the steps that you follow, because you have written them so many times. Like my child is 5 years of age. So how is he reading and learning everything? He writes everything down. What do you do in maths? You take a question and you apply that logic. You remember that logic, that is the concept that we have to apply when we get such questions. If the pattern of question changes, your application also changes. So the procedure you write and you learn the process. So if you term it cramming, for example, let us say you become a very sound manager, because after engineer the next level is managing that organization doing engineering. So at end of the day you have to manage. And in what does management mean? Management mean you have to cram the steps that you have to follow in a day, so that you may put thousands of people behind you in line of a production line. So actually cramming means management. That's why it is being practiced. And once you practice, then only you will be able to manage an organization. After being an engineer, you have to manage that engineering organization if ever you want to climb a ladder in an organization. So moving forward. Now, I guess we have got an answer. Shailesh is saying C. I guess you are, Shailesh, perfectly correct. It is saying the correct order of stability of alkenes. So let us do it. Count the number of hyperconjugating hydrogens, because hyperconjugating hydrogens provide stability to this electron deficient sp2 hybridized system. So how many alpha hydrogens we have over here? How many alpha hydrogens we have over here, sir? 3, 6, 9 and 12. So 12 alpha hydrogens providing hyperconjugation. How many over here, sir? 3, 6, 9. How many over here, sir? 6. How many over here, sir? 6. So these two becomes tied as per hyperconjugating hydrogens, but because it is trans, so it will have lesser steric crowding, steric hindrance, and cis will have more steric hindrance. So this is more stable with respect to cis. So first is more stable, then second, then third, then fourth. So answer is clearly 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a piece of cake, I guess. Moving forward. Now, a question from chemical bonding. I have deliberately removed the options because I want you to practice it with me. So let us match the column. IF3, bond pair is 3, lone pair is iodine is having 7 electrons in outermost shell, 3 gone with fluorine, so 4 electrons left. So lone pair is 2. So steric number is 5. So hybridization will be sp3d. And what about the shapes? A lone pair acquires equatorial position. So iodine, equatorial position will have 2 lone pairs. Then there is 1 fluorine, and because of these lone pair, the linear fluorine will be getting tilted, so it will be a bent T-shaped molecule. So sp3d hybridized with T shaped. It is, sorry, it should be sp3d. So sp3d hybridized with a T shaped structure. So that means A is 2. What about IF5? Sir, bond pair is 5, lone pair is 1, so steric number is 6. So hybridization is sp3d2. So sp3d2, yes, I have sp3d2 over here. So B is 4. B is 4. B is 4. sp3d2, because it is having IF5. It should be, yeah, this is T shaped perfectly, IF3. sp3d, because there is presence of 5 bond pair and 1 lone pair. So steric number is 6, hybridization is this, but it should be, it should be square pyramidal. Why? Because there is square pyramidal. I'm making this square pyramidal. This is iodine. 4 fluorine will get into a plane and 1 fluorine will be here, so it will be a square pyramid. But yes, this square will not be perfect 90-degree. Why? Because there will be lone pair, so it will be quite, I mean, tilted like a chair. But yes, to the structure you will say it is a square, then a pyramid, so it will be a square pyramidal structure. So B is definitely 4. What about IF7? Sir, bond pair 7, lone pair 0. So this is case of AB7, classic AB7 case, where hybridization will be sp3d3 and shape will be pentagonal bipyramidal. 7 species cannot be accommodated easily. So AB7, which molecule is known to be stable in molecule? Only IF7. Only IF7 is known to be stable in nature. I'm sorry. So IF7 is sp3d3. So C is 1. And obviously what is left? Left is ClO4 minus, which will be sp3 hybridized and a tetrahedral shaped molecule. So C will be 3. Perfect. Perfect. C will be 3. Let me make this tetrahedral geometry for you. This is double bond O, this is double bond O, this is double bond O, and this one is O minus. So this is a tetrahedral shaped molecule. That is it. Let me check. I have some more chemistry questions for you, or maybe ending. Who is next? I guess Sumit sir is also ready. Deepen sir is also ready. So I'm ending from my side.
शुरू कर दीजिए. Hello, hello, hello.
Ending from my side.
I hope I'm audible to you. Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible to you? Please mention if I'm audible to you. Okay, okay, great. So we are having many questions now. Let us see. Yeah. Let us put this. So it's paying. So till now questions in physics are okay, and we have seen that the questions are not so much lengthy as of now. Let us see now other questions as well, whether they are calculative or not. Chemistry sir, please listen. Sumit was saying something. Gaurav sir, okay, left now. Sumit, you can mention. I think Gaurav sir will join again and he will answer your question. Please mention in the comments. From where we have to start? From this question. Okay, this we had done. This microscope we did. Now this also we did, and this also we did. From here we have to start. Okay. Let us see this question. This is from current electricity meter bridge. Now meter bridge is asked in the these shifts we have seen. You have you saw that? You saw that meter bridge is asked. I think 3 shifts we have seen meter bridge is asked. Okay, I'm not in every shift, but meter bridge is asked. I think till now 3 times questions from meter bridge. So make sure you cover it nicely. Sir, it's a request. Can you make chemistry sir join? Sumit, Gaurav sir will join after a while. Okay, he'll bring some more questions, then he will join. So at that time you can ask. Okay, now because it's physics turn now, so let us discuss some questions in physics, a figure shows a meter bridge. Initially, null point was achieved at P. So here, when an unknown resistance R is connected in parallel, okay, with 3 ohm, null point is shifted by 22 point. Now initially, if I talk about the initial condition, so I'll say this resistance by this length is equal to this resistance by this length. So 2 divided by, let us take initially this length was L1, okay, L1 is equal to 3 divided by 100 minus L1. I'm taking L1 in centimeter, okay. Now we connected a unknown resistance R in parallel with 3 ohm, then null point is shifted by 22.5. In which direction it should shift? Towards the left or towards the right? Can you tell me? As it is connected in parallel here, this resistance will decrease. If this resistance decreases, it means this null point will shift where? Where? If this resistance decreases, it means this length will decrease, so this null point will basically shift this side and this will be 22.5. Right, perfect, Sailesh. Right, so now I can write 2 divided by L1 plus 22.5. That will be, now the combination of the parallel combination of these. R was connected in parallel only, na? Yeah. So that will become 3R plus R, 3R divided by R plus 3. This resistance divided by, now that length will become how much? 100 minus L1 minus 22.5. Is it right? Okay. 100 minus 22.5, what is that? That will be 77.5 minus L1. Okay, yes, yes, okay. Now this is the equation we got. From here what we need to find unknown resistance R. Now two equations are there, this, and two unknowns are there. What is L1 and R? So now we need to solve these equations. Let us put L1 from the above equation in the below equation. So first of all we will find L1. Let me use from here, let us find L1. So this will become 200 minus 2L1 is equals to 3L1. So 5L1 is equal to 200. So L1 comes out to be 40 centimeter. Now L1 is 40. Now put L1 here in this equation. So this will become 2 divided by 62.5 is equals to 3R divided by R plus 3 into 77.5 minus 40, so that will be 37.5. Now take 37.5 here. Let me take in this step only 37.5. Okay. Now then we need to solve for R. Some calculation. Let us do this. What it is? Can you help me with the calculations? So what it is? This is 2 into 37.5 divided by 62.5. So this comes out to be 1.2. So 3 into 0.4. So R is equals to 0.4 R plus 3 into 0.4 again 1.2. So I got 0.6 R is equals to 1.2. So R comes out to be 2 ohm. That is option A. 3 ohm, Shailesh. I think Ria is also saying 3 ohm. I did mistakes. I did any calculation mistake? Please help if I did any calculation mistake. So this is 0.6 R, that is, everything seems fine, isn't it? Isn't it? Everything is fine here. Everybody is getting B, it should be A. I am getting A. Please mention. Let me check calculations again. 37.2 into 2 divided by 62 divided by 62.5. How much is this? This is 37.5 into 2 divided by 62.5 was 1.2. This is correct. 3 into 0.4, that is also correct. R is equals to 0.4 R plus 1.2, this is also correct. 0.6 is equals to 1.2 and R comes out to be 2. R is coming out to be 2. Shailesh and Ria, please check your calculations. It is 2 ohm, not 3 ohm. Correct only, sir. Okay, great. Let us move ahead. A brass rod is fixed rigidly across supports and welded without any tension in rod at 27 degrees Celsius. Okay, so it is, you can say welded like this, and this is at 27 degrees Celsius, and there is no, you can say, tension. No tension means it is at its natural length, that is L0. Now it is cooled to minus 43 degrees Celsius. What will happen? Natural length of the rod will decrease. Natural length of the rod will decrease, due to which some stress will come, because the rigid support is not allowing it to compress, because this is rigid, but you decrease the temperature. So what will happen? Some stress will be there. How much that stress will be? How much will be the elongation, by the way, or compression here? In this case, compression is there. So delta L is equals to L alpha delta T. We know this thing. So delta L by L, my strain will be alpha delta T. This much will be the strain. Now we know Young's modulus, or let me write here, is equals to stress divided by strain. Stress I can write as tension divided by area into delta L by L. So my tension comes out to be Young's modulus into area into delta L by L. This is the tension. This is how we relate the tension. Now delta L by L is alpha delta T. So tension is YA alpha delta T. Young's modulus is constant, area of cross section is constant, my alpha is constant. It means tension is proportional to the change in temperature. The tension comes out to be proportional to the change in, no, this T stands for tension. Don't get confused. This T stands for temperature. Or you may say, sir, we will get confused. Okay, if you will get confused, I will not use T here. I will use F in place of this. This is my tension force. Yeah. Okay, this is my tension force. This is my tension force. Now, how much is the delta T there? 27 and 43. How much is the tension? So this will become 70, isn't it? Yeah. So my T naught, initial tension is T naught. Okay. So initial tension was T naught. This is proportional to 70. Next, the temperature at which the tension will become 1.4 T naught. If the tension has to become 1.4 T naught, that will be proportional to change in the temperature. Okay, change in the temperature 27 minus T. Now take the ratio of this. So here you can see this is getting 1.4. It means this will also get 1.4. So 27 minus T, this is 1.4 into 70. This is 98. 27 minus T. So T comes out to be 27 minus 98. This comes out to be minus 71. Minus 71 degrees Celsius. Everything was in degrees Celsius. So minus 71 degrees Celsius. Okay, it was minus X. So X will be 71. Okay, correct only. Yes, Shailesh. Sir, Vedantu JEE English is copying your content exposed in their last video. Doesn't matter. Answer minus 70, x is 71. Perfect, perfect. Yutesh, the channel is 200 better than Vedantu JEE English. I wish I had known this channel earlier. Oh, thank you for the appreciation. Ria Dubey is getting 71. Great, great. Everybody is getting perfectly fine. Okay, net dipole moment of the configuration. Now, dipole moment is a vector. Yes, we know. Okay, we need to find the net dipole moment here. Now, what it is? This is 4q, this is 2q. I think there is something missing in the diagram. Let me check. Let me check if there is anything missing in the diagram, because there is something that is missing in the diagram. Okay, I think this 2q is missing. This should be 2q there. I think so. Is it? This 2q and this minus 2q, then this minus 2q and this plus 2q. Okay. Now, it's combination of two dipoles. This is one dipole. Considering this minus 2q and this plus 2q. And this is another dipole. This is another dipole considering this minus 2q and this plus 2q. Now, one by one, let me write the dipole moment. Okay. For this, how much is the dipole moment? Let us take this is my P1 and this is P2. How much is P1? P1 is equals to Q into the distance. What is Q? Q is 2Q into the distance is A minus A. So 2A, this is 2A. So into 2A. What is the direction? I cap. So this becomes a 4QA I cap. This is P1. Now what is P2? Oh, thank you. So I got some tea. Anyone in the class feeling tired can have some tea and biscuits with me. I am 100% sure. If you write 3q here, then it should be q. If you write 3q here, then it should be q. Then only the dipole moment, dipoles will be there. Dipole means equal and opposite. Two equal and opposite charges has to be there. No T. Okay. Okay. You don't want me to have tea? Okay. Let me continue with the question. Now this dipole moment, how much is the charge? 2q. What is this vector? It is going from a minus a comma 0 to 0 comma minus a. This should be minus a. This should be 0 and minus a. Okay. So x is a. So a I cap. And y is minus a. Minus a. So minus a j cap. This is P2, this is P1. I need total dipole moment. So P is equals to P1 plus P2. This I cap, that I cap. 4 plus 2, 6. A, Q, I cap. And how much along J cap? Minus 2AQ J cap. So from here I can take 2AQ common. This will become, this is 2AQ. My A looks like Q. So this is 2AQ common and this is 3 I cap minus J cap. 2A cube AQ into 3 I cap minus J cap. This is how we write. The question was to find a moment about origin. This question wasn't the question asked one, sir. No, sir, we had minus 4q, 3q, 2q, sir. Believe me, I was also confused. A minus 4q, and then you are saying 3q, and then you are saying 2q. So this total charge should be 0. Total charge is not 0. There can be mistake from NTA side also. Okay, there can be mistake from NTA side also. Every time it happens. There are few questions which are, you can say, having some type of silly errors like this. Question. Okay, there can be some changes in the question. Now you are saying, sir, this was not there, that was not there. It can happen, but I think because this is memory based, conceptually it should be the same one. सुमित सर अकेले अकेले चाय बिस्किट खाते हैं. You can also have, there is no charge on y-axis, sir. No, this charge is there on y-axis. I don't know about. Find magnetic moment. Magnetic moment question is another one. This is electric dipole moment. Got it? The answer was this. If the question was different, answer will also change. So this is a memory based question. Something can be here and there. Sir, will we have a paid paid English batch for JEE 2027? Yes, we will plan for that. Now, moving to the next question, match two lists given below. Here, these are the 4 physical quantities. We need to find the dimensions of those physical quantities. Now, here is a hack. This is the hack. Okay, no, all are not different. All are not different. Is there one option where everything is different? Yeah. Here, all the 4 are different, isn't it? Like in A, if you see, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. I know these options may not be exactly the same which were asked by NTA, but if there is something like this, then you can solve only one of them and then mark the correct answer. Now see here, we are having magnetic flux. So if we want to find magnetic flux, which formula we can use? We can use like induced EMF, that is minus d phi by dt. Okay, so from here I can say, my dimensionally I am putting this formula now. V is dimensionally same as magnetic flux, that is my phi, divided by time. So flux is dimensionally same as V into T. What is V? V is potential. Potential is work divided by charge, that is, okay, so work divided by charge into T. What is Q by T? Q by T is current dimensionally. Okay, so work divided by current. What is work? ML2 T minus 2. What is current? A. So minus 1 will be there. So ML2 T minus 2, A minus 1. ML2 T minus 2, A minus 1. We are getting second here. Okay, then we are having magnetic induction is there, self induction is there, magnetic permeability is there, mu naught there we need to find. Okay, so you can find the, we know now for phi. Phi is my B into A. Now B into area dimension is this. It means my B dimension will be this divided by area. So this is M T minus 2 A minus 1. I got the dimensions of B. I got the dimensions of B. So magnetic induction. Magnetic induction means B only. So what is that? M L0 T minus 2 A minus 1. ML0 T minus 2 A minus 1. 4 we are getting here. Now self magnetic permeability is there. Okay, let us write for magnetic permeability. For solenoid we know B is equals to mu naught Ni. So mu naught is equals to, or for circle, for circular loop also you can write the formula mu naught I by 2R. Any of the formula you can write. From here mu naught is having dimensions of B into R divided by the current. What is B? B is this. what is R? R is length. So L will come here. So M L T minus 2 A minus 1 divided by A. So A minus 2 will become there. So ML2 ML T minus 2 A minus 2. This is the dimensions of mu naught. ML T minus 2 A minus 2 3. Now self inductance I can mark directly also, but let me do because I want you to learn each step. So self inductance is L. I can write either potential is equals to L di by dt. From that formula also I can link. Okay, so my potential, that is work done by charge, is L into di. I can write just I by time. Okay, so from here I can write L as dimensionally same as work done by Q into T by I. Q by T is I, so this is work done divided by I square. Work done is ML2 T minus 2, so this will be A minus 2. So ML2 T minus 2 A minus 2. First option we are getting. So we are getting 2, 3, 4, 1. सर आई डोंट नो इंग्लिश, IIT BHU में नहीं सिखाते. No, when you go to IIT, English is required actually. There you see most of the professors, they talk directly in English. So basic English is required. It's not that you need to be very fluent with English, but at least you should understand English, because I had seen students, in IIT also, they don't know English properly and then they have difficulty. But you should able to understand English, not speak. May not be able to speak, but able to understand English. Wrong ho gaya. Great. Okay. So now I spent so much time in this question. If I will be in exam hall, I will not be spending this much time. Why? First of all, I will come to the options. I will see, is there any one option A, B, C and D from which all the 4 parts are different? If that is there, solve only for that and mark and go. If 2 are there, then you need to solve for 2, like that. Maths you need. Do we have some more questions? We have some more questions, Salish. A cylinder of mass m, length L, area of cross section A is in equilibrium in liquid of density rho. Find time period of small vertical oscillations. Now this cylinder is in equilibrium. It means mg is balanced by the buoyant force. Now I pushed it further by a distance x down. I pushed it further by a distance x, let us take. I pushed it down, due to which the extra force that will be there due to force of buoyancy, that will be in the upward direction. How much that will be the force? The volume that is inside, volume is area of cross section into x into density of the liquid. This becomes the mass of the liquid displaced into g. So this will be the additional force that will be there due to the liquid. Now this is my additional force, means this is my restoring force, divided by mass of the cylinder. This becomes my acceleration. Now acceleration I will write as omega square x. X from here got cancelled. Omega comes out to be root of a rho liquid g divided by mass. So time period comes out to be 2 pi by omega, so root of m by a rho liquid into g. Okay, perfect. Oh hello, we are talking to you, Mr. The options were different, please answer correctly. Navneet pi. Yes Navneet, the options answer is equals to option D. Which option D? Yeah, here it is option D. Perfect. Options in the exam might be different, therefore I am saying these questions are memory based questions, so options can be different in the exam. Options can be different in the exam. These are memory based. Some data can be also here and there, but conceptually the questions has to be same. Yes, that was the approach. Great. Navneet, you got the point? Next question. A dipole is placed in uniform magnetic field. B is equals to 800 Gauss. Convert that to Tesla. So 800 into 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. At an angle 30 degree, when it experiences the torque of 16 into 10 to the power minus 3 Newton meter. Find the work done in slowly moving the dipole from stable equilibrium to unstable equilibrium. Stable equilibrium means potential energy is minimum. Unstable equilibrium means potential energy is maximum. What is the formula for potential energy? Minus P dot E. So, minimum potential energy is minus PE. Okay, sorry, this is magnetic dipole. Minus M dot B. So, minimum potential energy is minus MB and maximum potential energy is MB. This is stable equilibrium, this is unstable. When you are going from stable equilibrium to unstable equilibrium, work done is equals to change in the potential energy. Here the potential energy changes by 2 MB. So basically I need what is 2 MB. Okay. Now torque is given as 16 into 10 to the power minus 3 when the angle is 30 degree. What is the formula for torque? Torque is equals to M cross B. So torque is equals to basically MB sine theta. So MB is basically torque divided by sine theta. How much is the torque? 16 into 10 to the power 3 minus 3 divided by, what is sine theta? 1 by 2. Sine 30 is 1 by 2, isn't it? So this is 32 into 10 to the power minus 3. Everything was in SI? Yes. So I need not even put the value of B there. Okay. So MB I got this. I needed 2 MB, so work done will be twice of this, 2 into 32 into 10 to the power minus 3. So this is 64 into 10 to the power minus 3 joules. Option A. Option A. Yes. Yuthesh, this is numerical, sir. Okay, so Yuthesh is saying that this question was asked in numerical part. Okay, thank you for telling. Sumit sir, chai biscuit, we also want. Gaurav sir, okay, so our chemistry sir is saying that he also want chai biscuit. Okay, chemistry sir is live from a different location actually. So anyways, do we have some more questions? Let us check. Yeah, another question. Find work done. Now, initially the configuration was this. Finally, the configuration is made this. From side changes from 20 to 25, everything else is same. Okay, so how much will be the change in potential energy? That we need to do the work. Okay, thank you boss, welcome. So we need to find change in the potential energy. Let us take here potential energy is U1, here potential energy is U2. We need to find work done, that is my U2 minus U1. This will be the work done. Now how to find the work done? Let us take, for general I'm writing, okay, when the side is L, let us take, this is equilateral triangle, okay. So if the side is L, let us take, how much will be the potential energy? For these two, L writing this is minus G M1 M2. M1 M2 is 300 into 200 divided by the length L. Now due to these two, so that will be minus G. Similarly, okay, so minus G by L basically I am taking common. Minus G by L I am taking common. These two products 200 into 300. These two products 300 into 400. This product 200 into 400. Okay, only these pairs are there. This is the potential energy. From there I can write this potential energy to be, this is 6, 3 into 2, this is 12 and this is 8. 12 plus 8 is 20 and 6, this is 26. So this becomes minus 26 G by L into 10 to the power 4. This is the potential energy as a function of my side. My side changes from 20 to 25. Now let us write the change in the potential energy. So my delta U is equals to minus 26 g into 10 to the power 4. This I am taking as common. Final L 1 by 25. Okay, final L is 25 na, 1 by L, so 1 by 25 minus initial L, that was 20, so 1 by 20. Now can you help me with the calculations? Okay, so what it will become here, we will take LCM to be 100. Okay, so if I take 100 as a LCM, it will become 4 minus 5. So this will become minus 1 by 100. Yes, minus 1, and this it will become plus. Okay, it will become plus. Yeah, so 26 into G is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 into 10 to the power 4 we are having here, and then we are having 1 divided by 100. What it is now? This 10 to the power 2, so here 10 to the power 2 will remain, so this will become 26 into 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 9. Let us do this calculation. I am taking help of calculator. What it is? 26 into 6.67, this is 173.42 into 10 to the power 9, so this becomes 1.73 into 10 to the power how much, 11, sorry, minus 9 it was, now minus 7, this much joules, 1.73 into 10 to the power minus 7 joules. Option A, perfect. Vishwas Dubey. Okay, perfect, Vishwas. Option 1, Yutish. Great, Yutish. Sumit is saying, did you saw that? What you are talking about, Sumit? Please mention what you are saying. Okay, so now let us see who next is coming. I think we will have Deependra sir. Okay, Deependra sir, it's over to you now.
Okay, students, I think I have joined. Just give me a quick confirmation whether I'm visible or not. So let me refresh the screen again so that I can confirm that we are visible. I hope the question is also visible. Just give me a quick confirmation so that we can get started with the mathematics section. So yes, great. So perfect, brilliant. So we are there, and I think previously, yes, so we'll be starting discussing this particular one, and we'll be discussing all the questions of mathematics we have received so far. Can we look at this question here? It says there is a sequence which is given by 729, 81, 91. When you look at this, 3 to the power 6, 3 to the power 4, 3 square, 3 to the power 0. So we can clearly see this is a geometric progression, a decreasing GP, where of course the common ratio is 1 by 3 square. I hope you're understanding it. Now, what are we told next? Pn is the product of first n terms of the given sequence. So let me define Pn first of all. Great. Sumit, we will discuss this question. Don't worry about that. I will discuss this question. But as of now, let's focus on this question. And I'm sure you are looking at this question right now. So product of first n terms of this given sequence, Pn is what we are trying to define here. 3 to the power 6, 3 to the power 4, 3 square, 3 to the power 0 until n terms. Now, when you look at this base is 3. So when base is same, powers are added. So I'm having here n terms 6, 4, 2, 0. I hope you know how to add these n terms which are in AP. Where the first term is 6, common difference is minus 2. I hope you're understanding it very clearly. With that, sum of n terms of this AP is given by n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So 2a is what, 12 plus n minus 1 into d. d is minus 2. Everyone with me on this? Did you all understand this expression comfortably? Okay, Sumit. But as of now, let's focus on this. I think we have written it correctly. N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So from here, what I do next is that here, it will be given by 3. N by 2 stays there like that only. Here you have 6 plus n minus 1 remains like that only, and this minus 2 gets cancelled by 2, so it leaves you with minus 1. I hope there is no confusion on that front. Are you all with me? When I multiply this minus 1, n minus 1 becomes 1 minus n. So this gives you or leaves you with 1 minus n here. And the next part here is very clear that here 6 plus 1 is 7. So it should be 7 minus n. It should be 7 minus n. Everyone with me on this? Everyone? So far, I hope there is no confusion on that. With that, I can clearly see we have been able to define Pn. Pn is given by 3 to the power n by 2 into 7 minus n. This I can write as 3 to the power n into 7 minus n by 2 as well, as per the need, as per the requirement. Now, sir, no n by 2. Why n by 2 wouldn't be there? Product of first n terms. So it should be n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. No n by 2. Yes. I'm really sorry. So this 2 wouldn't be there. Thank you so much for highlighting this. So this will be, I think, n into 7 minus n. I hope we are going great. Thank you so much for highlighting it. Yutish. Brilliant. Great. With that, when I go ahead with the next part here, what I see clearly is that this is what we have received as our sum, 3 to the power n into 7 minus n. Everyone with me on this? Now, what are we told? That summation of Pn to the power 1 by n. So this is Pn. Now, Pn to the power 1 by n means what? If I am figuring out Pn to the power 1 by n, I hope you're realizing this n is getting cancelled. So this is now basically 3 to the power 7 minus n. I hope you are understanding it comfortably. Great. Now, what I do next is summation of Pn to the power 1 by n, which means summation of 3 to the power 7 minus n, where n is starting from 1, So when you start n as 1, let's take n as 1. So when I take n as 1, I begin with 3 to the power 6 plus 3 to the power. When I take n as 2, I hope you must have started realizing this is the GP again. When I take n as 2, this is 3 to the power 5, and this goes on till how many terms? They are basically 40 terms. I hope you all are realizing this is nothing but a GP. A GP which is having first term as 3 to the power 6, common, this is your first term here, common ratio is 3. With that you can write its sum. Its sum is given by A, which is 3 to the power 6, into R, which is 3 to the power n minus 1 upon R minus 1. Now I leave it up to you. You know how to simplify this. When after simplification, you can compare it with this given expression, and with that you can mark the correct option by simply comparing it, which is the last step which you all are good at doing. Can I skip that calculation part, which is a very simple step here at this stage? I hope there is no confusion on that. With that, let's move to another question based on sequence and series. So yes, I hope you're realizing, if I could say that they are highlighting calculus, definite integration, area under the curve, differential equations, then they are indeed asking you questions from sequence and series, quadratic and complex as well. And don't forget the binomial. Permutation and combination is there, probability is there. So these all our chapters are always there, are always there. Let's look at this one. A1, A2 till ANR in AP. What are we told? A2 minus A1 is minus 3 by 4. So A2 minus A1, if they are in AP, A2 minus A1 is your common difference. So common difference we are given as minus 3 by 4. A1 plus A2 plus A3 till AN is said to be 525 by 2. So we know sum of n terms of an AP is given by n by 2, first term plus last term, that is 525 by 2. What are we told next? We are given that AN is 1 by 4 A1. So AN, if I replace by 1 by 4 A1, I get a relationship in AN and N. In A1 and N. So I get one equation in A1 and N from here. Another data. We are given that AN is 1 by 4 A1. So AN will be what? A1 plus N minus 1 into D. So with that I get another relation or equation in A1 and N, when either you pick the value of N from here and you substitute it here, or you take the value of A1 from here and you substitute that there. You get either N or A1. Once you have cracked N, you can crack A1, and then you can find the sum of 17 terms of this AP, which is definitely not a tough task. Sumit, we will do it in the end, but let us focus on these questions which we have brought as of now. Don't worry about your concerns. This is not a tuition. We are teaching to all these students here at this stage. We'll definitely concern and handle your queries. But as of now, let us focus what we have brought here. This says there is a matrix 3 by 2. And all of its elements are from the set minus 2, 1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, great. So if there is a matrix 3 by 2, 3 by 2 means 3 rows, 2 columns. So A, B, C, D, F, this is how I take it. They are saying A into A transpose, its trace is 5. So this is A. Its transpose will be A, B, C, D, E, F. I'll interchange rows and columns. So Trace means what? The sum of the diagonal elements. So instead of taking the entire product, what I'll say is that this AD into this AD will be A square D square. This BE into this BE will be B square E square. And this CF into this CF will be C square plus F square. So these are the diagonal elements we are having right now. I hope there is no confusion on that. And we all know that the product was possible because this was 2 and 2, which was same. So it will give me a 3 by 3 matrix at this stage. Everyone with me on this? Can we go ahead with that? Now what I clearly see next is that here trace means A square plus B square plus C square plus D square plus E square plus F square we are told to be given to be 5. From here, now A, B, C, D, E, F, all of these could be minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Which means all of these numbers are basically perfect squares, which means they are non-negative and their sum should be 5. Now 5 sum with 1, 2 and 0, minus 1 and 2 of course, with their squares I can say that 1 will, when squared gives you 1, 2 when squared gives you 4, 0 when squared gives you 0. So the numbers which I am having are 0, 1 and 4. So with 0, 1 and 4, let's say how can we create the sum as 5? The basic possibility. If I take 5 ones and 1 0, because these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. So I need to take 5 ones and 1 0. So out of these 6, for any 5 I need to choose 1, 1, 1 each. So out of these 6 for 5s can be chosen in 65 ways. And remember that for that remaining one I can associate or allot 0 to it. But remember, 1 can be attained in 2 ways, with minus 1 and 1 both. Because if you give them minus 1, then also, for example, if I ask A, how many choices do you have? It will say I can have either minus 1 or 1. So each of these 5 elements which I have chosen have 2 choices. So I'll multiply it by 2 to the power 5. I hope you are comfortably understanding it. What about the other case? Sir, the other case could have been, sir, if you are having 4 plus 1, I hope you're understanding, 2 square is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So through that also you could have had 5. Now how can I have that as 5? So for the remaining elements, I'll allot them 0. So there is only one way. The remaining elements allot them 0. But the 2 elements to which I'm allotting 4 and 1, they should be chosen. So out of these 6, you can do it in 62 ways also, but there you need to introduce 2 factorial. Or the other way is that first of all, or I should do this only because this will give me an incorrect version. So first of all, out of these 6 available choices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can choose 2 elements for 4 and 1 in 6 C2 ways. Now for those 2 elements, I can arrange them in 2 factorial ways. 2 factorial means what? 4 can be given to either B or A if A, B are chosen, or 4 can be given to A or 1 can be given to B. I hope you're understanding it. Vice versa. So that's why I'm introducing this 2 factorial. Now what next? With this, when you are associating A with 0, when you are associating A with 1, that again has 2 choices. You can give treat A as minus 1 or A as 1, because A square we need to be as 1. So with that, if I'm choosing A and B, let's say to make you understand, so with A I have 2 choices minus 1 and 1, for B I have 2 choices minus 2 and 2. So with that, these are the possible cases. Can I have any other possibility? I really don't think so, because if I have more choices, for example, if I take 2 2's, so 2 square plus 2 square will be 4 plus 4, that is 8, which is crossing our limit here. So I hope these are the only 2 cases which you are supposed to consider. Can I go ahead with that? So when I move ahead towards the next question, a very simple, a very straightforward question, you wouldn't believe that such silly and easy questions are asked by JEE Mains. What are we told? Out of 100 bulbs, 10 are defective and 90 are non-defective. Understood. So if 10 are defective and 90 are non-defective, the probability of finding 7 defective bulbs out of 8 draws with the replacement. So I take a bulb out, see it and then replace it. Again I take a bulb out. So this is how the event is happening or taking place. So first of all, every time there are going to be 100 bulbs, out of which there will be 10 defective and 90 non-defective. So if I wish to have a defective bulb, the probability of having a defective bulb will be 10 C1 upon 100 C1, which is 10 by 100, which is 1 by 10. So probability of having a defective bulb is 1 by 10. What are we told? The probability of finding 7 defective bulbs out of 8 draws. I hope you're understanding binomial distribution. So I need 7 defective out of 8 draws, which means 8 C7. Those 7 selections should be made, in which 7 attempts should be for non-defective ones and the remaining 1 attempt would be for defective one. So defective 1 by 10 to the power 7, non-defective 9 by 10 to the power 1. That gives you the probability of having 7 defective out of 8 draws. Are you all comfortable with that? Now I think this can be compared with this value and you can figure out the answer, which is definitely a very simple task. Moving ahead with the next question, again a very simple, very easy, very straightforward question based on locus. How do we solve this particular one? Let a circle passes through A, B and 0. A is minus root 2 comma A, 0, B is 0 comma root 3B and origin is 0 comma 0. So if let's say I create a circle or draw a circle, it will be drawn like this, such that its radius is 4. So here, this is passing through origin. If this circle happens to pass through origin, this A and this B, when I join them, it will be a diameter, because this diameter or chord is subtending a 90-degree angle on its circumference, so it will be a diameter. With that, we are asked the locus of the centroid of the triangle OAB. Great. How do we solve this question here? First of all, can you help me by having this distance AB, by using the distance formula root 2 alpha whole square, root 2 alpha minus 0 whole square, 0 minus 3 root 3 beta whole square, which is what? 2 alpha square plus 3 beta square inside and under root. Should be double of radii because it is the diameter AB and diameter is 8. Radius is 4. I hope you know that. So when you remove that square from square root from here in the distance formula, 8 square will be 64. That is the relation between alpha and beta we could create. What about the second relation? Second relation here would be this, that here I need to figure out the locus of the centroid. How do you define centroid? Sir, if there is a centroid of this triangle, so that centroid, let's say if it is G, is given by x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. That will be minus 2 alpha by 3. That is H as per the concept of locus. y1 plus y2 by 3. That is root 3 beta by 3. That is K. Everyone with me on this? With that, when I move ahead, I hope from here you can crack alpha. Alpha is basically minus 3h by root 2. You can crack beta as well. Beta is clearly going to be nothing but 3k by root 3, which you can say is nothing but what? Root 3k. Everyone comfortable? All you need to do is do nothing but simply replace or substitute the value of alpha and beta here, and with that you can find out the locus. Now, what are we asked? We were asked the radius of the locus. Radius of the locus means what? When you substitute these values, you will get the equation of a circle. I hope you're understanding it. And after getting the equation of the circle, do you not know how to find its radius? I hope you know and you can. Will you do it by yourself? Can I skip that part? From here, let's solve the next question. This is an interesting one and lengthy one. I'll be showing you the approach because in every shift, they're asking questions based on this particular concept where they're asking you to calculate the number of relations by using some simple calculation, by using very basic calculation. I mean, if you can explain this concept to 9th or 10th standard students, they'll also do it with some amount of time. So this is that category of questions which is easy, which is doable, but it will take a lot of time. You will have to verify. So I'll give you the approach, but that same repetition is needed to be done. So I'll not be solving it completely, but will definitely make you understand the approach. So there is a set A, 1, 2, 3, 4. A reflection defined, a reflection is not, this is a relation defined from A to A. The relation is defined as A comma B or C comma D. I hope you're understanding it. So I'll be choosing A comma B from these 4 and C comma D also from these 4. I hope you're understanding it. Such that this should be fulfilled. Okay. So let's say I choose A and B both as 1 comma 1. So 1 comma 1 means what? 1, 1, that is 5. Now, how do I make a 5 here? So even if I choose the least value, because all of them are positive, so it will be a positive value of summation only. So 3 plus 4 give me 7. So with 1 comma 1, I don't see any possibility. I hope you understood that. So with 1 comma 2, let me explore. Is there any possibility? So with 1 comma 2 means what? 2 plus 6. 2 plus 6 is what? 7. So here I'm getting the sum as 7. So I need to make a sum 7, and that summation 7 can be made with the help of 1 and 1 because 3 plus 4 is 7. So I can have a 3 and 4 here. But I think there is no other possibility to have a sum 7. So this is how 1 comma 2 to 3 comma 4, one pair is created, one pair is created, and that's how you will be creating a lot of pairs. Sir, there was a relation from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's exactly what we are saying. Since it is a memory based question paper, so whatever data we have received, we have gotten that input. So I think What is wrong? So I'm really sorry. It should not be 7. It should be 8. It should be 8. I'm really sorry. I did not see it. It is 6 plus 1. No, it is 6 plus 2. That's 8. So for that, it will not be 3 comma 4. I need to check further. So I need the sum to be 8. So to make a sum to be 8, how can I have that sum 8? Even if I choose 1 comma 1, it will be 7. But to make it 8, if I give it 2, 3 into 2 is 6. 6 plus 4 will be 10. So I don't think there is a possibility, because even if I give it 2, 4 into 2, 8, then it will be 3. So again, there is no possibility. So now I'll go to 1 comma 3. And that's how you keep checking. So this is a great. Thank you so much, Salish, for highlighting that. Thank you so much, Sunveek Pari. That's great. Great. Thank you so much, Yutesh. I hope all these students are very clearly understanding. So it is basically a calculation based question. You just keep trying all the combinations, and with that you conclude the number of elements. And I hope you're realizing with all the analysis, if you have watched all the solutions, you all have seen a lot of questions based on this kind of data. Can we move ahead with that? So when I see the next question, what do we see? An excellent question based on complex numbers. A very good question. How do we solve this particular one? First of all, look at this. Z minus 6 iota upon Z minus 2 iota, mod of it is 1. We know mod can be splitted over division and product. So with that, mod of Z minus 6 iota will be equal to mod of Z minus 2 iota. Do you remember, if Z minus Z1 is equal to Z minus Z2 in terms of mod, then Z is the locus of the perpendicular bisector of Z1 and Z2. Do you remember that? So with that, this is 0, 6, this is 0, 2. So perpendicular bisector means what? The midpoint 0, 6, 0, 2 is having midpoint 0, 4. A line which is perpendicular to this. This is clearly y-axis. I hope you're understanding it. So a line parallel to x-axis passing through 0, 4. So this will be a complex number x plus 4 iota, because its imaginary part is fixed 4. I hope you're understanding it. So there will be the complex number z x plus 4 iota. Now what I'll do here is z plus 2 iota I pass to 3, z minus 8 plus 2 iota I pass to 5. So this is how it looks like. Now z can be replaced by x plus 4 iota, because I now know the imaginary part of z. So this z here and this z here we are replacing by x plus 4 iota. When you do that, this is what it becomes. And when you take modulus on both sides, I'm squaring it because modulus will have an under root sign. So it will become 25 x minus 8 whole square plus 36, 9 x plus 8 whole, x square plus 8 square, which is 64. Now this becomes a quadratic in x. You solve this quadratic in x. Once you have solved the quadratic in x, they are asking you how many complex numbers are there. So imaginary part is already fixed. You just need to find out x. Since it is a quadratic, the possibility is either 2 or 1 or 0. 2 means discriminant will be greater than 0. 1 means discriminant should be 0. None means discriminant should be negative. So form the quadratic, find its discriminant, your job will be done. Can we move ahead with the next question? With that, the next question will be this, where you are given two segments, two areas basically. Area 1 is given by y is equals to x square plus 2. So we know y is equals to x square plus 2 is a parabola, and x plus y is equals to 8. So this is a straight line, but this area we need to figure out in the first quadrant only. So the upper curve is the straight line y is equals to 8 minus x, and the lower curve is this parabola x square plus 2. When you solve this line with the parabola, I hope you know that y can be replaced by 8 minus x here. See a quadratic, solve that quadratic, you will get two roots. So the solution will be, one solution you will get for the second quadrant, which we need not consider. Second solution will be 2, 0. Which means if I take this stripe here, I need to integrate it from 0 to 2, upper curve minus lower curve. I hope you can find A1 very easily. Everyone with me, are you all listening, watching and understanding? All the participants, give me a response quickly. With that, when you talk about A2, that A2 is also needed to be figured out in the first quadrant. Now, how do we define A2? A2 is given by y is equals to x square plus 2. So that curve still remains that only, x square plus 2. And the other curve is y square is equals to x. So we are taking the first quadrant, which means this branch of this curve, which is y is equals to under root x. Y is equals to minus under root x. I'm not taking here. I hope you're understanding why. So again, between what? Between 0 to 2. Between x is equal to 0 to 2. So this is 0, this is 2. So this region we are considering. So I'll be integrating it from 0 to 2. Upper curve is x square plus 2. Lower curve is under root x. That's great everyone. So with that you can find A2. Simple algebraic integration they are. And with after putting the limits you can find the answer, which I hope you all must have understood. Can I move ahead with that? Thank you, Didi. With that, when I look at the next question, what I see clearly is a question based on binomial coefficients. Do you not remember every shift, binomial coefficient based questions are definitely being asked. So, Mr. Are you seeing this? Basically, what Sumit sir does is he is in Noida, uh, Gaurav sir is in Rewa, Satna, and I am in Indore. So what Sumit sir does is while taking the live, he gets a lot of food ordered. He orders lunch, he orders juices, he orders tea and a lot of things, and he directly shows it on the screen to obviously make us jealous. So I'm showing it to Sumit sir that I have also gotten my juice. I'm having it. It's not a juice, it's basically a green tea just to make Sumit sir jealous. Okay, go ahead with that. Let's go ahead with that. So what do we see here? We can see 25 factorial, 23 3, 21 5. So when you look at this sum, forget this one, 23 3, 26, 21 5, 26. So the sum is 26. So if I could do some arrangements, I will be able to figure out something. So with that, I am first of all introducing one factorial here. So 25 1, 26, 23 3, 26, 25, 21 5, 26. So the summation is 26. Great, Salish. With that, what I see next here is, if I have 26 factorial in the numerator, if I have 26 factorial in the numerator, what will I have here? Just give me a moment. Can I not say this is of course 26C1, this is 26C3, this is 26C5? Will you all agree with that? And of course, we know the even 26C0, 26C2, 26C4 are not there, but still I am given 13 terms, which means half of the terms are given, odd ones are given. So we know it should be 2 to the power 26 if all the terms are given, but if odd ones are there, even terms are not there, so it should be divided by 2. Remember that half is split there. So this summation will be 2 to the power 26 by 2, which is 2 to the power 25 by 26 factorial. You could have marked this answer by simply looking at this question. That's brilliant, Salish. That's good, students. How many of you got this right? Can you tell me? With that, this is again something not very difficult. You should not get scared of this category of questions. How do we solve this one? I will say that here in this particular one, just follow a very simple step. What do we do? Let's talk about this. Cos theta is 5 by 12. 5, 12, 13. So I think the job is going to be done very easily. That's great, Sumit. With that, we are told theta is from pi to 3 pi by 2. Pi to 3 pi by 2 means what? Third quadrant. I hope you're understanding it. So in the third quadrant, we'll talk about that. So here, when I multiply this with this, this with this, this with this, and this with this, and I rearrange this, I see cos A sin B minus sin A cos B, that is sin A minus B. I hope you're understanding it very clearly. And here, cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. If I'm pronouncing or stating it incorrectly, correct me if I'm wrong. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So sin A minus B, I hope you're understanding. You need to identify which is A and which is B. So with that, I write it as sin A minus B. Sin A minus B gives you sin minus theta by 2. I'm not doing that calculation. Here, cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, that is cos A minus B. So that gives you cos theta by 2. Of course, if it is a minus theta by 2, cos being an even function consumes that negative. Perfect. With that, now the catch is, let's say that this is t. Let's say this is the value which we are trying to figure out. So let's say this is t. Of course, the problem is theta by 2 because we know theta. Although you can use half angle formula, but that will complicate it unnecessarily. So what I'll do here is, I'll square both these sides. When you square, you get sin square theta plus cos square theta, that becomes 1. And this is minus sin theta by 2, mind you everyone. So I'll get minus 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, that is sin theta. So t square is 1 minus sin theta. Everyone with me on this? Now look at this part. We know what is cos theta. We know what is cos theta. So if I know cos theta, can I say something about sin theta? We all can. I hope you're understanding it. But here, remember theta, I'm checking it again. How can cos theta be positive if theta is in the third quadrant? I hope you understand. Pi is here. 3 pi by 2 is here. So cos theta is positive. I think there is some typing error here in this question because sin and cosec are positive here, tan and cot are positive here, cos and sec are positive in the fourth quadrant. So cos theta is given as 5 by 12. So I think there is some typing error because if cos theta is equals to 5 by 12 and theta is from pi to 3 pi by 2, there is something wrong here. I hope you're understanding why. So that correction is needed to be made. So let's assume that cos theta is minus 5 by 12 so that we don't touch this particular data. Everyone understood that part? Everyone with me on this? Now with that, when I go ahead with that, we need to crack sin theta. So if cos theta is 512 in terms of ratios, I hope you know how to do it. So if this is theta, we can take base as 5. This is 12, right? So I think there is something wrong here with the data, because if I go ahead with the Pythagorean triplet, let's go ahead with that. So 5 and 12. So 5 is base, 12 is hypotenuse. So this is what, 144. Sorry. Let me just check the data because I am seeing some confusion. I thought it will be, I mistakenly took it something else. So I think there should be some corrections here. I am going in the wrong direction, possibly with the wrong data. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir. I have a problem. Actually, our camp center has taken our admit card and been number, but it doesn't let me log in right now. What to do? Naveen, I'm really helpless right now because I'm solving a question. I'm totally involved into this. We'll come back to this concern. But here, let's solve this part. So what I'm trying to tell you is that first of all, you draw this right angle triangle where this is theta. This base is going to be 5 in terms of numerical value. The hypotenuse is going to be 12. With that, you can find out the perpendicular. I hope you understood why and how. Just give me a second. Give me a second. So you can find the sine theta, but that numerical value, you got to take its negative because pi to 3 pi by 2. So sine theta is negative in the third quadrant. So you got to take negative value. Yes, Victor, we are continuing that one-shot series. Once this session gets over, once these analysis gets over, we'll start releasing the pending one-shots of all the remaining chapters with those 15 by 15 series, and we are coming up with a few more initiatives as well. Don't worry about that. But here, when I look or go ahead with that conclusion, we'll crack sine theta. I'm not doing that calculation. I hope you're understanding why. So once you have cracked sine theta, you have 1 minus sine theta, you'll get t square. I hope you are with me. So when you solve this value, t, you'll get either plus or minus. Now, which one will you take? Positive one or negative one? Because I think both are given. Now, how do we identify that t will be positive or negative? Now, look at this part. T is basically what? Cos theta by 2, sine minus theta by 2, or I can say it that it is minus sine theta by 2. Now, look at this part. T will be either positive or negative. Cos theta by 2. So, if theta is from pi to 3 pi by 2, theta by 2 will be from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 4. Now, I hope you're understanding this is basically pi by 2. And I hope you're understanding 3 pi by 4 is how much? 135 degree. I hope you remember that. So, this is there only. I hope you're understanding this very clearly. So, we are having our angle now in the second quadrant. So, in the second quadrant, cos theta is negative. Sine theta is positive. I hope you're understanding. But negative of this becomes negative. So negative and negative when added gives you negative. So you'll get two values of t. But the negative one you're supposed to write. Everyone with me on this? Are you all listening and understanding? It is lagging. Okay, I think the screen has frozen. Let me get it fixed. भीम स्क्रीन फ्रीज हो रहा है. मैंने किया था, स्क्रीन अभी अभी फ्रीज हुई है. उसको रिफ्रेश जो भी करते हो कर लो. Just give me a quick confirmation. Are we live? Are we visible? Okay, just hold on for a while, students. Just give me a quick confirmation. Is my voice audible even if the screen has frozen? I think we are visible now. We are going great. Give me a quick confirmation. Are we visible properly? Let me see whether we are visible or not. Is it properly visible now? Students, give me a quick confirmation. Great. Voice audible now. Fine. Good. Okay. Thank you so much, Sumit, Salesh, everyone. Now, continuing further, I hope you have understood my point. All I'm saying is that in the second quadrant, this is negative. This is positive, but negative of this will be negative. So negative plus negative is negative. So we'll get two values of t. I'll be taking the negative one. Why did you get that? So I have that calculation is what you can do in the end and you can get the answer. Next question. A very simple, a very easy one. How do we solve this? Look at this question. A line passing through P1, 1, 1, which is perpendicular to this line and this line. So if a line is perpendicular to these lines, they are having direction ratios as 1, 1, 0 and 4, 1, 1. So if I take the cross product of them, I'll get the direction ratio of the line which is perpendicular to these two lines. So that will be given by I cap, J cap, K cap. 1, 1, 0 and 4, 1, 1. So when you expand this determinant, you get 1, minus 1 and minus 3. So 1, minus 1 and minus 3 will be the direction ratios of this line. But this line passes through 1, 1, 1, which means its equation will be given by x minus 1 by 1, y minus 1 by minus 1, and z minus 1 by minus 3. Did you all get that? This I put equal to lambda. From here, when I find a point parametrically lying on this line, x will be given by lambda plus 1, y will be given by minus lambda plus 1, and z will be given by minus 3 lambda plus 1. Do you all agree with that? From here, we are told that this line intersects yz plane. So when this line intersects the yz plane, there the x coordinate will be 0. So this lambda plus 1 will be 0. When lambda plus 1 is 0, lambda will be minus 1. So if I put lambda as minus 1 here and here, I get the coordinate where this line is intersecting the yz plane. That is at 0, 2, 4. That point is given by Q. That point is given by Q. And there is one more point S. Now trust me, nothing else is needed to be done. We are told that there is another line parallel to line L, parallel to this line only, passing through this point, which is intersecting some other plane at R. Now a lot of you may get confused that how do we find R? Trust me, you need not find R. Why? Because now we need to find the area of the parallelogram PQRS. We need to find the area of the parallelogram PQRS. So PQRS is the parallelogram. We are given P. We are given S, we have figured out Q. So the area of the parallelogram PQRS is given by magnitude of cross product of two adjacent sides. Do you remember that? So PQ cross PS, if I take its determinant, its magnitude, that will be the area of the parallelogram. So can you not write the vector PQ? I hope you know how to do it. Minus I cap plus J cap plus 3K cap. Do you remember that? PS vector will be given by 0 I cap minus J cap minus 2K cap, and of course you can take the cross product and then you take its magnitude so that you can write the area of this parallelogram. Do you remember this formula? Can I move ahead with that? Are you all listening, watching and understanding? Can I move ahead with this conclusion? Final question for the day from my side, a question based on limits which I have received. Easy. Yes, Salish, it was easy. Here, let me just first of all correct this question because we have a typist, the DTP operator. He is Vishal, so he's typing it, and along with him there are some more people. So they're typing at a very rapid speed. So sometimes they make errors, but that is perfectly fine. We just are in a rush to bring questions as quick as possible so that you get the idea and you can appear in the next shift. So here, what do we do here? E to the power x, 10x minus x. So there is nothing else apart from 10x minus x. Inside the bracket at the base, ln sec x plus 10x minus x, 10x minus x. When I replace x by 0, I'm just trying it. So 1, 0, 0, that is 0, 0, 1, ln 1, 0, 0. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So I hope you can see 0 by 0 form. I'm using L'Hopital. But before I use L'Hopital, 10x minus x, I'm dividing by 10x minus x. So it leaves me with e to the power x. So I'm keeping this limit aside. We can do that. And this part I'm keeping aside. And this part is still 0 by 0. How? Look at that. When you put x approaching 0, 0, 1. So log 1 is 0, 0, 0. So this is still a 0 by 0. So don't say that limit should be applied on the entire expression in one go. This I'm treating as a different expression, and on this I'll be applying the L'Hopital rule. I hope you have understood that part. Now, how do I solve this particular part further? Look at this version here, students. E to the power x when x approaches 0 will be 1. Now all you need to do is apply L'Hopital. With the L'Hopital, I hope you remember, derivative of numerator upon derivative of denominator. So ln sec x plus 10x, when you differentiate it, you will have sec x plus 10x in the denominator. I hope you remember that. And the derivative of sec x is sec x plus sec x 10x. And the derivative of 10x is sec square x. I hope you remember that. Minus 1, because the derivative of x is minus 1. Whole, this whole expression divided by 10x, the derivative of 10x is sec square x minus 1. Everyone with me on this? I hope there is no confusion on that. Now don't be in a rush to put the limit. Simplify this. What do I mean by simplifying this? I hope you can see sec x plus 10x. When you take sec x common, we will be left with 10x plus sec x, which means that gets cancelled by this. So you'll be left with sec x here. So this entire expression is nothing but sec x minus 1. So you are having 1 plus sec x minus 1, sec x minus 1 upon sec square x minus 1. I hope you're understanding how and why. So a minus b, a plus b, a minus b. So a minus b gets cancelled by a minus b. So I'm left with a plus b in the denominator. So this is 1 plus 1 by sec x plus 1, limit x approaching 0, right? Sec 0 we all know is 1. So 1 by 2 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. Your answer should have been 3 by 2. I hope you have understood it. I'll still say mathematics wasn't tough. If I simply look at its pattern, the way they ask it, the same kind of maths is asked. There were questions from calculus, definite integration, area under the curve. We did see questions based on that. Coordinate geometry was there, decent coordinate geometry was there. Then of course questions were there from algebra. So all sorts of questions, all variety of questions, easy, moderate questions were there. I didn't see any tough question at all, which could have confused us terribly. There was no such question so far, based on memory-based questions we have received so far. So I'm done with my part. I'm handing it over to Gaurav sir or Sumit sir. Let's see whoever is ready. So let me just tell them ending. Let's see who is ready. Let's see who is ready. So by the way, are you all there? The system when lagged, the comments vanished and I'm not able to read the comments, but I hope you all are there. What's wrong with my network? Just hold on for a while. I'm not receiving any messages as of now. Okay, let me just... Okay, so Gaurav sir will be joining now. I'm ending the stream from my end. With that, thank you so much. Let's meet in the second analysis. Great.
Yes. So, thank you, Dupen sir. Now let's get started and finish with the chemistry part, because even I have few last questions for you. I mean, the number is good. I have all the questions that we could gather. I guess we'll be discussing around 21 questions. So yes, hello Sailesh. You were not there in the first half or what? Okay, then you can obviously see just browse your cursor to few minutes back, but see the analysis. Yes, Sumit is getting questions in maths also, in chemistry also, I guess in physics also. Sumit, I will definitely discuss your question, but I have 9-10 questions which have been told and validated by more students. So I'll take your questions also, but at last, 100%. Okay, so let us do these questions and I want answers. This is the first question. So the correct order of stability of the following species. Now what do you have? You have carbon ion. So carbon ion, answer. Sir, what stabilizes carbon ion? Carbon ion is stabilized by electron withdrawing groups. So if you have electron withdrawing groups, carbon ion will feel stable. If rather you have electron donating group, it will feel unstable, because electron donating group generally stabilizes electron deficient species. So I guess this is a simple case of general organic chemistry. Let us see to those options. Electron withdraw, because I have carbon ion, so carbon ion should have electron withdrawing group. Obviously I told that also only. So this is strong minus R and minus I also. This is also minus R, but obviously NO2, the similar NO2 thing we had. So this is more electron withdrawing, so this will stabilize to the maximum. So this is gone because E has to be at the top, followed by option C. So these two can be correct. This is also gone. I guess we are left with only one option, but let's do it for the sake of understanding it completely. Now coming to these options, bromine although have plus R, but its plus R is very weak. Why? Because the pi bond is formed between dissimilar energized orbital. Therefore ultimately all halogens are electron withdrawing, but if at all electrophile is approaching, the directive influence will be governed by resonance. So it is definitely ortho and para directing, but it is not activating group. Therefore since it is also net, its minus I is more dominant, so it is also electron withdrawing. So A should come third. And post that, what about B and D? This is destabilized because of the plus R effect, and I already have luggage electron, so I do not wish to have more luggage. So this will be least stable, and if at all I am having nothing, so B will come in between. So option A is your right answer. Okay, so okay, chalo, let's do. Sumit was giving us a question last time. You didn't. Nahi beta, I saw your question. Chalo. Okay, this question is done. So let us solve Sumit's question first, because okay, maybe he has got this question from somewhere. I guess Sumit was asking, we have a cyclopropyl and this, let's say you have any halogen. This was the question, right, my friend? Now, if you subject this to ethanol and heat, now first of all, it is not ethoxide. What NCERT tells you, a strong base favors elimination. This is not a base. What would be a base? Sodium ethoxide, potassium ethoxide, because if you would be having excess of alkoxide ion, then elimination will dominate over substitution. I hope, Sumit, you get this one. Now, because this is not alkoxide ion, this is just alcohol and you have heat, so heat will do what? Heat will help in the bond cleavage. So once bond is broken, what carbocation you see, sir? It's a cyclopropyl. I mean, the carbon next to a cyclopropyl ring is exceptionally stable. Why? Because this will have dancing resonance, remember? So over here only, because this is a stable carbocation, so over here only, who can attack, sir? This ethanol. At least oxygen is having lone pair, and because this is such a stable carbocation, so this can go take electron from this hydrogen and you will get the formation of a beautiful ether. Yes, sometimes ring expansion can also take place. Ring expansion as in, it can turn into 4 carbon chain and then have a plus, so it can also have a ring expansion, and then this guy will have a plus, so you will be having a 4-membered ring, and to this ring also ethanol can attack. So you can have mixture of product. So but definitely it depends upon the extent of heating that you have done, that which will be the major product. So I hope, Sumit, I have answered your question. So because obviously you are the students and your curiosity makes you a perfect engineer or maybe a perfect doctor in future, so curiosity should be there. So well done. Moving forward, let us attempt this next question. It says, okay, now I would say it is a very easy question from practical organic chemistry. See, what reactions from organic chemistry we know? We know, sir, alcohol reacts with sodium. Alcohol is having acidic hydrogen, and with active metal, every acid reacts, forms salt, and what gas is produced, sir? Hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas is your X. Sir, acid has name, in name only it is carboxylic acid. So acid reacts with a basic salt, which is a carbonate, sodium carbonate. So when they two react, because it is a strong acid, it can even react with carbonic with basic salts like bicarbonates and carbonates. Although alcohol, phenol cannot do this, because acidic nature of phenol is less than that of carbonic acid, but this is a stronger acid than carbonic acid. So here H2CO3 will be formed, but we know H2CO3 is, it is weak acid, it is unstable also, and unstable thing dissociate, decompose, and decompose to form water and CO2. I hope you know this through class 10th. If not, you should, because this is an NCERT fact. So what is molecular mass of CO2? 44. What is molecular mass of hydrogen? 2. So Karan beta, add 2. This is 44. So 44 plus 2, because in question you are asked the sum of molar masses of X and Y. So actually 44 was also an option, and even I feel some of the student must have done this 44. Actually your answer will be 46. Moving forward, yes, moving forward, yes, Sumit, roughly they would be this, which was the option. Okay, so option A, Sumit is saying cyclomethyl ethyl ether. Option B, cyclobutyl but 3 beta but 3 enyl. I mean, that's if you have ring expansion, then the presence of heat can also form alkene. So alkene can also be, but it will be a straight chain alkene, so it will be a allylic product, allylic substituted ether. Yes, so in roughly equal amount. So in that, if there was an option both B and C in roughly equal amount, if that was an option, that should be the answer, because then you have to report, like you remember NCERT when gives reactions of ether, they even say the temperature range they mentioned. The NCERT also always mentioned like for if you take alcohol, if you react with concentrated sulfuric acid, it forms alkene. If you just decrease the temperature, ether is formed. So actually temperature plays a very beautiful role. So that's why I'm saying then options will help you. So if both of them are given, so that should be the preferable option. Okay, so moving forward now. Next question, I guess this is a beautiful and a very easy question from chemical bonding. What does it say? You have three molecules, compare their dipole moment. So I want answer. Karan is saying या तो मैं सो के रहा था. Oh, सर जी 28th को एग्जाम है मेरा. आशीर्वाद. Okay, you are giving आशीर्वाद or asking for आशीर्वाद. So complete आशीर्वाद भाई. You will be doing great. You will be doing great. You are having 3 days left. So practice these memory based questions. Whatever topics are there, at least learn those topics, things around them. Now, like the tolerance reagent question we had, hemiacetal, it is not given in NCERT, but you should know as good facts. So I have given a list of table of all the molecules that your positive tolerance test. So these memory based questions are definitely going to help you, because we are not giving just the answers, the theory behind the answers. I am deliberately making this point that I discuss all the relevant theory also. Okay, finally I have satisfied Sumit. Thank you, bhai. Moving forward, so I need answer. Now, Sumit, I need answer from you only. Option A, B, C, D. Sir, this is just application of resonance and dipole moment. What is this group? This group is minus R, so it will withdraw electron density. This group is plus R, so it will give electron density. So it will have a high polarity of positivity over here, negativity over here. So there will be a beautiful net effective dipole moment. What about this one? Sir, this OH will give, but there is no somebody who is attracting also. So this will also have a sound dipole moment, but obviously lesser than this one. So A will be having highest, followed by B, and this is oxygen, a very electronegative atom. This is carbon. So carbon, although this will also have some electronegativity because this is sp2 and this is sp3, but still obviously it will be having the weakest dipole moment. So your answer will be option number A. Yes. Devraj. Perfect, Devraj. Any classes for 20th session in the upcoming 3 days? Yes, beta. What are the classes? The discussions that we had. See to those discussions, and whatever topic you feel you're not comfortable in, go to the one shots. We have already posted one shots of all the high weighted chapters, and if at all you need one shots of some other chapters, then we can definitely come up with a 15-minute shot of that particular chapter where you feel. So keep commenting, because we'll be watching your comments. Okay, yeah. Suyesh is also saying perfect. So we have done A over here. Moving forward. Good. I like it. Now, assertion, reason gone. Correct, incorrect came. So give correct, incorrect. Statement 1. Atomic radius is always more than ionic. It should be cationic radius, because cations are smaller but anions are larger than their parent atom, because they have used ionic. Therefore, if rather it would have been cationic, then this statement would be correct. Here it is not correct, because anions are larger. Moving to statement 2. Correct order of metallic characters. The similar question was, the periodicity trend you should always know. So let us draw them. This is potassium, then magnesium should be in the above period. Then after that aluminium and boron, Began Alu. So boron is at the top. Down the group, size increases and increases tremendously. So who is having highest radius? Because down the group size increases. After that, along the period it decreases. So magnesium will be larger, aluminum will be smaller. So yes, and boron is a second period element. So at the last, so this is correct. A simple question. So statement 1 is incorrect and 2 is correct. Option D. Yes. Karan Kanu. Perfect, bhai. Perfect. Moving to the next question. A question from they now again 21st January they asked elevation and boiling point. Here also they asked elevation and boiling point. Answer. Okay. You have two solute. Solute A 0.3 gram. Molar mass 60. So what will be moles of A? Sir, 0.3 upon 60. That means 1 by 20, as in 1 by 200. Right? 1 by 200, yes. Moles of this is 0.9 gram upon 180. So what will be moles of B? Number of moles of solute B will be 0.9 upon 180. So this is also 1 by 2, then that is 1 upon 200. So both moles are same. Now, after that, it is dissolved in 100 ml of water. Okay. Kb is given out to be 0.52, and you have to calculate it is not given the vant of the dissociation association. You do not have to think of anything. So what will be the formula, sir? Elevation and boiling point is equal to I. We do not have to take into account because no association dissociation mentioned. So Kb into molality. So what is Kb given? 0.52 into what is molality? Number of moles of solute. I have two solutes, so this plus this will become twice of 1 upon 200, that is 1 by 100. That means 10 raised to the power minus 2 upon weight of solvent, because this is molality. Weight of solvent. Who is solvent? Water. Sir, so water, but volume is given. Water is having, nothing is given, and also we all know water is 1 kg per liter or 1 gram per ml. So this 100 ml is 100 gram. So in kg, it is 0.1 gram. That means 10 raised to power minus 1. So I guess it is no calculations also it is required. It is 0.052. Let us check the options. No calculation. So a piece of cake. Perfect, Karan, perfect. Sir, you didn't. Sumit, now this is, we are here for all. So personally, we will start a batch and then we will completely talk to you. So at least we have a job to do. After doing, we will be definitely communicating. So don't get upset moving forward. Now, a solution contains two group 4 cations, X plus 2 and Y plus 2. Each at an initial concentration of 0.1. Okay, their concentration is given already 0.1 molar. Now, if you pass H2 gas through the solution to form a saturated solution, it is asking KSP it is giving. That means when sulfide is provided, even X will form a PPT of XY. X will form a PPT of YS because sulfide will be the anion. So it will form a precipitate of YS, and this X will form a precipitate of XS. Now they are sparingly soluble salt. How do we know this? Because their KSP value is given. KSP of YS is also given. KSP of XS is also given. So because their KSP is given, that means they are sparingly soluble salts. Now moving forward, question is asking what is the minimum concentration of sulfide ion. It is S2 minus, printing error, of sulfide ion required to begin precipitation. Okay, they are just asking about YS. Now that's why I've said in my ionic equilibrium one shot also, ionic equilibrium generally students fear, but if you get a halwa from that chapter, it would be crime not to attempt it. Like this is a halwa. Sir, we know sparingly soluble salt will allow at least the concentration that ionic products, whenever ionic product becomes greater than solubility product, then precipitation will take place. Till ionic product and solubility product become equal, even a sparingly soluble salt is getting dissociated. Yes, Karan is giving answer also. So Karan, let us check bhai. Now, so because we have to apply only on YS, so how will YS dissociate? It will give small amount of this ion, this cation, and this anion. What will be the value of KSP, sir? Concentration of cation into concentration of anion, because stoichiometrically it is 1:1. See, piece of cake. KSP for Y is given to be 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 27. Y plus you have already supplied how much? 0.1 molar. That means 10 raised to the power minus 1. So how much sulfide ion is allowed to be soluble? Do the math. So 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 26, because this will be divided over here. So 27 becomes 26. Till this point of time, it will be soluble. And if you just increase the concentration to a slight bit, it will start precipitating. So go to the option. So till this point, precipitate will not be formed. Till this point, precipitate will not be formed. Answer. So I guess, Karan, it is not C beta, it is A. I hope it is clear. YouTube channel is saying, sir, can you tell important topics for 20th January? Yes, beta. The moment I'll finish this discussion, I'll be discussing the important chapters. Okay. I have attempted 55 questions and 52 are right. Please appreciate. Sumit, you deserve to be appreciated. So you definitely should practice, advance, definitely appreciating. Moving forward. Next question is from again coordination compounds, a very easy question. Why? Cobalt is 4s2 3d7. Oxidation state of cobalt is +3. So 2 electrons of 4s gone, 1 of 3d gone. So this becomes 3d6. Cobalt is what type of ligand? Carbonyl, CO, is what type of ligand? Sir, a strong field ligand. So splitting will be large enough. Splitting will be large enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In fact, I tell you one thing. Except halides, with cobalt +3, every ligand acts as a strong field ligand, but that is a good point. You should, Cn minus and carbonyl, for them we already know they are strong field ligands, but with cobalt +3, except halides, every ligand behaves as a strong field ligand, so splitting becomes large. So how many unpaired electrons you have? 0. So magnetic moment will be 0, because the 2d inner d subshell will be available, therefore hybridization will be, inner shell orbital will be used. So D2 sp3, because steric number is 6, because coordination number is 6, because 6 ligands are coming. So option A. Let's see who has got the answer. Love you too, beta, but your result is the most important and you will get it, because still you are hanging in here in order to maximize your result. So you deserve this result, beta. Now nobody has given me this answer. Instead of communication, Sumit, start attempting, bhai. Karan was given. Karan, okay. So I hope everybody has got this answer. Moving forward. Now, a question from thermodynamics. Santosh is saying, but don't wait for advance. 28 Jan is going to be difficult. Why, Santosh? No. No. Don't say such stuffs. Okay. So, moving forward. This is a very easy question from thermodynamics. People, we skip thermodynamics also. So don't leave any chapter of chemistry. Why? Because if a piece of cake is coming, you should attempt it. You do not know that which session gets good chemistry, which session gets bad chemistry. So here, free expansion, sir. Whenever there is free expansion, external pressure is 0. So if external pressure is 0, then work is 0. That means A is 3. So A is 3. Even if you do this, all options are eliminated. A is 3 is there only in first. So yes, Sumit is right. Let us check for the sake of understanding. Reversible isothermal. So reversible is minus nRT ln of final volume upon initial volume. That means B is 4. Irreversible work is when external pressure becomes constant. So minus P external into delta V. So C is 1. And adiabatic works are adiabatic process, as in Q is 0. So apply first law. Delta U is equal to Q gone. So it will be equal to W. So this work will be adiabatic work, which will be equal to change in internal energy. Internal energy change is given by NCV delta T. That means D is 2. You do not have to move your pen for such questions. Moving forward. Now, a question from chemical kinetics, applying the Arrhenius equation. I'm telling you from last 3 days, do Arrhenius equation, first order, second order. See, let's say if a reaction is happening, reactant is converting to product, how the reaction cycle proceeds. You attain a maxima. This maxima is called activation energy, but the change in activation energy, find the value of okay. So you are using a catalyst also. So what does catalyst do? Catalyst catalyzes the reaction. How? By decreasing the acquired activation energy. So with catalyst, you will be needing lesser activation energy. So this difference will be the difference in activation energy, and we definitely know with catalyst activation energy will be decreased. So this difference in activation energy question is already giving you this delta EA value, which is minus 10. So why it is negative? It is decreasing, right? So you just have to focus on the magnitude. How to focus? Sir, we know K is equal to Arrhenius constant into exponential of minus EA upon RT. So because we are asked not ln, we are asked log. So there will be multiply 2.303. Question is saying do not take 2.303, take 2.31. So okay, it will be, easier calculation. So log of catalyst, ln of, So ln of rate constant with catalyst upon rate constant with normal reaction with uncatalyzed. So ln of A will be equal to ln of A minus E upon RT. So write it 2 times, subtract it. Ln of A minus ln of B will become ln of A by B. So what you are remaining, sir? It will be equal to, okay, EA will be gone. So it will be equal to change in activation energy, because 1 will be subtracted by 2. So change in activation energy will become delta EA upon RT. Sir, but this is not ln. Question is asking log. So make it log. So if you make it log, there will be a multiplier 2.303. Question is saying take 31. So take 31. Now, what is delta EA given? It is given out to be 10 kilojoule, as in 10 raised to the power, 3, that is 1000 R. Okay, calculation they are also helping. R they are saying take 8. So take 8 into temperature. Okay, I'm sorry. Temperature is 300 into 2.31. Now, this into divide you have to do, and I guess once you do, somebody, Drishti is saying A. Just do this into divide. Yeah, this into divide will make the question difficult beta, because yes, you have to do it. So I guess if once you'll solve it, it will come somewhere around 1.75. So approximately you can, obviously, what integer type answer you will pick? 2. Moving forward, I hope it is clear. Now, again, another question from atomic structure. In all the sessions this is coming. What the question is telling you: minimum energy transition of Balmer series. Balmer series from higher to n equal to 2. And what will be minimum? So 3 to 2. Having minimum energy, obviously, you take that value as L electron volt. So what can you say about energy, sir? Sir, energy which is L electron volt is equal to 13.6 final minus initial. 13.6. 1 upon 3, 2 squared as in 4 minus 1 upon 3 squared as in 9. Because this is the formula of energy. 13, because it is an electron volt. So minus 13.6 into Z square upon N square. Z square is 1 because hydrogen. So upon N square. So I'm taking the difference of N square, that is 2, and 3, because it is saying the minimum energy. So 3 to 2. So what it will be? It will be 13.6 into 5 by 36. This value, the question is saying take as L. Okay, taken. If the value of minimum energy of Lyman series, minimum energy of Lyman as in 1 to 2. So this is a transition from 2 to 1 or 1 to 2. Now, of hydrogen atom in terms of L. Okay, so in theory it is asking in terms of L, as in divide that value by L. So let us calculate that value. Let's say that delta E of Lyman series will be equal to 13.6, but the difference will be 1 upon 1 squared minus 1 upon 2 squared, as in 4. So this will be 13.6 into 3 by 4. Now, this value with respect to L. So what they are asking, they are saying that Y is equal to the delta E of Lyman with respect to L. That means you have to divide by L. So obviously into divide is quite easy. So 13.6 will be gone. So it will be 3 by 4 upon 5 by 36. So 5 by 36. Now this value will be Y. So let us calculate Y. So I guess 4, 9, 4 ja 36. So this is 27 by 5. Now, what I have to report? Okay. Now you have to report not Y. You have to report 10Y. So what will be 10Y? 10Y as in 27 by 5 into 10. Okay. So it will be 54. Into divide is easy for this case. Yes, 54. Shailesh is saying no, beta, it will be 54. Okay, moving forward. Now, last question. Now, Dumas method. Yes, Shailesh, perfect. Now, thank you for being there and being supportive and being active. Good for you. Now, Dumas method, I have even explained Dumas method in, I guess, day before yesterday with NCRT photo also. Because and same Duma method question came. But I would say that this question is difficult. Why? Calculation is very difficult in this. I mean, it will take at least 1 minute. So do the calculation, pick your pen and copy, because this is the last question we're having now. So the question says, let me take pink. percentage of nitrogen in 0.5 gram of organic compound. So weight of organic compound is this much now, which gives 34 ml of nitrogen gas at 715 mm of Hg pressure. But remember, we have even go 2 days back, the same question, the similar logic I discussed. Once you do that Duma method thing, in that over there, apart from nitrogen, water also comes, and vapor pressure of water is also called equastension. Day before yesterday they have mentioned vapor pressure of water, and today they have even mentioned equastension. So that 715 mm of Hg will not be only, that will be total pressure, and total pressure will be equal to pressure of nitrogen plus equastension, that is partial pressure of water. Partial pressure of water is given out to be 15. So you tell me what will be the pressure of nitrogen gas? Sir, 715 minus 15, that is 700 mm of Hg. I hope you got that point. Now do your stoichiometry. That is, we know pressure, we know volume, so we can calculate moles. Now this is the difficult part. Why? Not chemistry point of view difficulty, but mathematical difficulty. So number of moles of nitrogen gas will be pressure. What is the pressure of gas, sir? 700. Divide by 760 because you need an ATM. Into what is volume? 34 ml, but it has to be placed in liters, so upon 1000. Whole upon R. Value of R they have given out to be 0.0821. We already know this. Now temperature is 300. So this will give you number of moles. Now after finding number of moles, now this calculation is good. So after finding this number of moles, what you have? Sir, then you have to calculate weight. So what will be weight of nitrogen? Sir, it will be number of moles into what is the molecular mass of nitrogen? 28. So this much gram. What will be the weight of nitrogen? It is weight of nitrogen. N2 will have nitrogen and N2 are same. So that will give you weight of nitrogen. So this becomes weight of nitrogen. Now, in order to calculate percentage, this W, this weight upon weight of organic compound given is 0.5 into 100. This will give you the percentage. And trust me, do calculation. It will somewhere around come around 7 point something 15. So the integer that you will pick is 7. Sir, nahi ho raha question. Nahi ho raha question, beta. Do the math. This is the logic that I am giving you. Now math you have to do into divide, and once you do, you will find your answer. Okay, Karan? So this is it. Okay, this was Sumit's question. So this is it from my side. And if you ask me in general the analysis, organic and inorganic again is doable, quite doable. Do amines, do NCRT reactions of alkyl halide, alcohol, phenol, ether, especially amines, and for aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, do all the naming reactions, aldol, Clemenson, Wolf, then for carboxylic acid, the Hell-Volhard, Zelenski, the acidic nature comparisons, the biomolecules at least go through the reactions of glucose. That's it.
ठीक है.
Carboxylic acid, do all the naming reactions, aldol, Clemenson, Wolf, then for carboxylic acid.
Hello everyone. I hope I'm audible to you. So let us read this question. When system is released from rest, the heavier mass goes 81 centimeter in 9 seconds. Find rotational inertia. Now how much is the rotational inertia of this? How to do that? First of all, let us find the acceleration. This whole system will go like this. Acceleration A, acceleration A. Now in 9 seconds, this is the distance traveled. So I'll say my distance traveled is equals to half AT square, isn't it? Distance is 81 centimeter. Convert that to meters, is equals to half acceleration I need into T square is 81. So my acceleration comes out to be 1 by 50. 1 by 50. Now, yesterday I told you a shortcut to directly write the acceleration. Not yesterday, day before yesterday. Yes. One thing is, these tensions will be different. This is tension T1, this is tension T2, Okay, you write one torque equation for this, force acceleration equation for this, force acceleration equation for this, A is equals to R alpha, that relation, and then solve those equations to get the acceleration. But I mentioned a direct shortcut. How? Acceleration is equals to total pulling force. This is 450 gram, this is 300 gram. 450 minus 300 is 150 gram. So 150 divided by 1000, this is kg into g. This is the total pulling force divided by total inertia. This inertia is 450, this inertia is 300. So 450 plus 300 is 750. So 750 by 1000 plus, here moment of inertia, let us take I, divided by r square. Okay, so total pulling force divided by total inertia. When you write the total inertia, add both the masses of the blocks. For this, if moment of inertia is I divided by r square, that is the inertia for that. This is how we need to write it. Okay, understand this nicely. Is it clear to you? Is the shortcut clear to you? Because this type of question is, I think, second time it is asked. So it is, you can say, good probability that similar type of questions may be again asked. Now here we can solve it. This is G 10. So this is 3 by 2. Okay, this is 3 by 2. What was acceleration? Acceleration was 1 by 50. This 2, 25. Okay, now whole system, I can take this 25 towards the left, that will become 75 is equals to, this whole will go towards the right, so this will become 0.75 plus I by r square. R is, what is R? R is 1. So I by 1 square means I. So I will become 74.25 in SI units. Clear? I think the last comment is not visible. Comments, last comment is not visible here. Just a minute. I'm just coming. If somebody is mentioning there. Last comment is not visible here. इसको नीचे कर दीजिए, थोड़ा और नीचे. Okay, I'm back. Now it's clear. Next, this is a statement type question. Binding energy per nucleon always increases with mass number. If you remember the binding energy per nucleon curve, it goes somewhat like this. So increases almost constant, then a bit decrease. So this is incorrect. Second, binding energy per nucleon for smaller mass number always perform nuclear fusion. Okay, I think this statement is not proper. There is, you can say the sentence is not like the meaning is not proper. But anyways, it want to say that when the atomic number is small, okay, here the binding energy per nucleon is also small. Okay, so here it will try to go into this region for stability, so it will do fusion. It means statement 2 is correct. So statement 1 is incorrect, statement 2 is true, 1 false, second true, C is correct. Shailesh, hello Shailesh. Okay, clear? Moving ahead. Okay, let us read this question. For the given arrangement, find the value of F so that body C moves with constant velocity. Body C moves towards the left with constant velocity means what? Acceleration is 0. On this C, this force is F. Is there any other force? Yes, we have tension force in this direction. Is there any other force on C? Yes, there will be friction force in this direction. And which type of friction it will be? If there is motion, it means this will be kinetic friction. How much is this kinetic friction? This kinetic friction will be mu here into N. N will be equal to the mass of this system. What is that? 10 kg. So 100 Newton, 100 into 0.5. So this comes out to be 50 Newton. This is clear too. Now the acceleration of C is 0. It means my F comes out to be Fk plus T, which is 50 plus T. if this C is moving with zero acceleration, this A and B will also move with zero acceleration. It means for this system also acceleration will be zero. Yes. On this system, these two blocks will move together or not? Yes, these two blocks will move together because acceleration is zero. Okay. This tension force T on these two, and friction force will be in this direction, Fk, that is same as 50. Now acceleration is zero for this also. It means my T comes out to be Fk, which is 50. It means this becomes 50 plus 50, that is 100 Newton. 100 Newton. Is this clear to you? Is this clear to you? Simple question. Although it seems to be a bit difficult because there are two surfaces on which the friction is given. Okay, here friction was zero, but here two surfaces are there. Okay, this string is also there, and so it looks like, you know, it would be very lengthy, but if you analyze it properly, you can solve this in 30 seconds. Next question. A light ray incident on the prism such that deviation is minimum and angle of incidence is on second surface is critical angle. Deviation is minimum and this angle is equal to the critical angle. Critical angle means just TIR happens. Can I find that critical angle? Yes, I know sin theta critical is equals to 1 by the relative refractive index. Relative refractive index means the denser divided by the rarer. So this will become 1 divided by denser is n, rarer is n by 2. So yeah, so denser is n, rarer is n by 2. So this becomes 1 by 2. Okay, so sin theta is C is 1 by 2. It means my theta C is 30 degree. Now see here carefully. This angle I got 30 degree. The condition is minimum deviation is there. When minimum deviation happens, my R1 is equals to R2, you know that. It means this is also 30. And you know R1 plus R2 is equals to A, isn't it? So let me write, for minimum deviation, my R1 is equal to R2, that we got, and my A is equals to R1 plus R2. So this will become 2 into 30, that is equal to 60 degree. That is equal to 60 degree. That is B option. A option. No. Okay. So this is B option is there. Okay. Is this clear to you? Great. Somebody saying, bro, don't wait for advanced 28th Jan is going to be difficult than advance. I don't think so. I don't think like that. Let us see this question. What happened? Okay. For the given, the breakdown voltage of Zener diode is 10 and it can withstand the power dissipation of 0.4 watt. The value of R is. So here we need to find actually minimum value of. The minimum value. Zener diode questions are asked. Again, from semiconductor, I have seen that Zener diode is asked and the logic gates questions are asked. Okay, these two things are asked. So make sure you do it nicely. One question will be there guaranteed. Either of, you can say diode, Zener diode or the logic gates. And if not that, the simple diode question. Okay, so one thing you will get from these. Now let us see this. Power is given. This is the maximum power that can be dissipated across this. Maximum power. If the power exceeds then this, what will happen? Then what will happen? The Zener diode will not be able to withstand that. That thing will happen. So if I say what will be the maximum current, then power is this. This I can write as VI. V is 10 into I. So my I max comes out to be 0.4 divided by 10. So 0.04. This is the maximum value of current. This is 10 volt. This is 15. So remaining 5 will come across this. So this is 5 volt. I know the maximum value of the current. Okay. So from there, what I can say, V is equals to IR there. Okay. So R is equals to V by I. V by I. So if I is the maximum, R will be minimum. So my minimum value of R is equals to V there. That is my 5 volt. Okay. This is my 5 volt. This is across resistance divided by I max. So 5 divided by what is I max? 0.04. 0.04. Everything seems fine. So 4 into this will become 100 divided by 4, which is 25. So this comes out to be 125 ohm. 125, Shailesh. Great. Good. I am very happy that many of you are solving these questions and getting right answers. That is good. So it means you are going to get very good score. Don't worry about that. If you are able to solve these questions means you will be able to solve in the exam also. Next question. Current through 10 ohm resistance shown in the circuit is. We need current through 10 ohm resistance. Now the brute force method means the simplest and the lengthiest method is take I1, take I2, write two equations, solve those two equations, get I1, get I2, current here will become I1 plus I2. That is one way. Now, I will use nodal analysis. Let us take here potential is X. What will be this current? Let us take this is I1, this is I2, this is I3. I1 plus I2 plus I3 is 0, junction rule. What is I1? What is I1? I1 I can write as X minus 20 divided by the resistance 5 plus 2, 7 plus X minus 0 by 10 plus X minus 10, okay, X minus 10 divided by 4, and this is 0. From here I can find the value of X. X, this is 1 by 7 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 4. Everything seems fine. What else? This is 20 by 7 plus 10 by 4. X, okay, 287. This is right. Okay. Okay then. So what it will become? 7 into 4. 40 plus 28 plus 28 plus 70. I am doing a bit lengthy calculation. What it is? 28 and this is 80 and this is 70. 70, 80, 28. This becomes 10x into what it is? 110, 110 plus 28, 138. Is it right? 110, yeah, 138 is equals to, this becomes 150 into 10. So this x comes out to be 1500 divided by 138. This becomes the potential. What will be the current? V by I. Okay, so this current is equals to x divided by 10. This current will become x divided by 10. Let me write here, this I2 is equals to x divided by 10. This becomes 150 divided by 138. 150 divided by 138. There in this question the data is not so proper, so calculations are there a bit, but we wrote only one equation by nodal analysis. Although here calculations you see, but from only one equation we are able to get the answer. Otherwise the Kirchhoff rule, moving in this loop, moving in this loop, solving the two variables, getting the two currents, the sum will go like this here. That way also you can do. Okay. So this was, I think, the last question. Is there any question we missed? No. Okay. That's great. That's great. It means we completed all the questions of physics. Now a quick analysis. Today paper was decent. It means most of the questions were doable except some calculations. That is okay, that has to be there. So we solved nearly, I think, 20 questions we solved. Okay, so from them, two were from laws of motion. One was of spring constant, how to relate spring constant with the length, that was inversely proportional to length. Another was of friction. From AC we got power factor question. From Bohr's model we got the energy of the nth orbit. Current electricity we had 3 questions, 2 on Kirchhoff law, one was on meter bridge. EM waves we got a question on EM spectrum, where find how different wavelengths are generated, different X-rays and different, you can say, spectra are generated. So then ray optics, we had one question on microscope, one question on prism, 2 questions from ray optics. From potential we had one question on relation between V and E, another question on potential due to uniform shell. Thermal properties, we had one question on thermal expansion. Electric charges and field, a dipole moment question, finding the dipole moment. Dimension, we had question on dimensional formula, that is almost there in every shift except few. SHM, one question on finding the time period of oscillation of a cylinder in water, floating cylinder in water. Magnetic field, we had one question on magnetic dipole moment, where we need to find the potential energy and change to find the work done there. In gravitation, the gravitational potential energy. Rotation, there was a pulley block system, and this pulley block system, not laws of motion pulley block, this is rotation pulley block, where the pulley is having friction. Okay, so this question, similar type of question was asked previously also. Nuclei, one question on binding energy per nucleon curve. That was a statement type question. On semiconductor we had a question on Zener diode. Take some problem solving sessions on tomorrow for 28th Gen session, Shreyas is saying. So Shreyas, have you gone through all the shifts questions till now? 21st, 22nd, now 23rd and 24th, 4 shifts. It means evening shift is remaining still. So we have 7 papers we discussed, and almost in all the, you can say, 7 papers, almost on an average we discussed 20 questions. Okay, so 20 into 7 is 140 questions. So 140 questions means you have 140 topics. Go through them. Very high probability, not 140 topics, because many of the topics are again repeated, I am saying. Okay, so not 140 topics, but 140 questions you have. Go through them. It's a very high probability that it will be repeated. So, and you can get the PDF of that from our WhatsApp channel, so you can download from there. Sir, can you please take a question solving session tomorrow? Ayush is saying, or after it for 28th. We'll see. Okay, we'll let you know for that. So we are ending this session here. Thank you all. Bye. Have a nice day. All the best. Just again, I'm mentioning that make sure you go through all the questions that we have discussed till now before your shift. Bye.